What's up? So, last episode, it seemed like the Discord versus Kashar, but in actuality, one of the main focuses was Lotus versus Kashar. Quick context, because this was my intentions from the beginning, but the problem was nobody has talked to each other really. I've talked to Kashar like a lot, but nobody has talked to Kashar in the group prior to goddamn C. Lloyd. C. Lloyd gifted a lot of subs to the YouTube viewers. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, so because they haven't talked to each other in a while, everything just kind of came out, and it came out in little parts. So, the full story wasn't out there, and I'm not trying to give the full context of it, because I agree with what a lot of people are saying. That's something that shouldn't have been on the podcast, and trust me when I tell you, me keeping it transparent with you guys, but bringing it up in the first place, wasn't meant to turn into this. But it was just like, who am I to be like, hey, yo, shut. I don't like telling grown men to shut up. You know what I'm saying? I try to say the safety word to get the talking stick, but it didn't work, so I just let it happen. Anyways, I'm just gonna literally try to do what I did back then, and it'll be all understood. Like you're gonna hear my take and be like, wow, if that would have happened, this wouldn't have been that deep. But so essentially, Kashar, as you guys all know in season 1 of the podcast, was a member in the podcast. It was somebody who I brought in because I thought it would be cool. Like he was in the Discord as the shit became a thing. So he came through with a lot of gift subs are happening in the chat, YouTube people. So I'm trying to focus. Gift subs throw me off because like I want to kiss these niggas who love me back, bro. All right. So essentially, while the podcast was happening, and even while in the Discord, there was a meme that started with Kashar with him being called a cat fucker based off of a conversation. The chat picked it up. If you watch season 1 of the Everyday Beam, you know what I'm talking about, right? But besides all that, it wasn't something that was just like, yeah, like we're putting this on you. Like it was how the conversation went between each of us, right? The issue that happened was there was a lack of communication from how later on Kashar felt towards like our tone to him, because one of our biggest things that we have with each other is like this is how we talk to each other. That was built up from the jump. So it was like we're moving at like 20 miles per hour on a treadmill, and then Kashar just like try to jump in at the same speed, and we came back at him, but because it wasn't something that got built up organically over time, Kashar just felt a certain type of way, which over time became an issue. So within that issue, Kashar then, as I explained last time, I called it a sin, and I'll explain why. Kashar ended up streaming on his platform, like what he didn't like, and he was having a breakdown for the most part. He was. I called him on the stream, and I was like, calming him down and talking to him and shit, because when you do have a breakdown, which I had one before, if you've been there for my Into Kuba Wildin' Out party session, yeah, I've been there. I know how that is. So, with relating him on that point, I was talking to him just like, hey man, this and that, calm down. Gotta get off stream. Gotta take a minute to relax and shit. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get too into this YouTube shit, whatever you're doing shit. It's like you think I need to vent to my people, my friends, but trying to talk to people throughout different countries and shit like that as if they're one-to-one, having that mentality, it ain't healthy. You got to take care of your shit in a healthy manner, okay? So long story short, that happened. But with what we do as YouTubers, if somebody does make a video like randomly, like kind of explaining some stuff, like where it could be bad for others, because one of the big issues with that was the problems that he had were not with everybody. It was with certain people, but he said squad. So a lot of people were kind of ruffled. They were like, yo, why you talking shit? It was a misunderstanding. The communication was a big problem, and that's kind of what was dividing the group when it comes to the Kashar and the group. But I was trying to mend it, as you've seen Kashar come back in the first episode. I've been in the fucking background trying to fix shit, but sometimes it's okay not to like somebody. That's life. Half everybody watching right now, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, whatever, you probably don't like somebody out there, and that's what happens. So long story short, after that happened, I told Kashar, like, I feel like there's going to be an issue with the podcast, so you probably shouldn't be in it. Kashar didn't like that, and he streamed again. Apparently that was what people brought up in the last episode that started the big thing. I don't remember him doing that really. But yeah, the thing about this event was it was settled between everybody who needed to be settled with, right? Me trying to be transparent with it was me bringing you guys into what was missed. But prior to all this, Lotus and Kashar talked about it on stream. Everybody who I thought had an issue worked it out, right? So my intentions of what was supposed to happen, I thought because everybody worked it out, it was going to be boom, 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 one and done, and we could just move on. But that obviously didn't what happened. And there was a lot of hate in the comment section too. A lot towards Lotus and towards Ham and et cetera, et cetera. And my thing, I don't want to, like I said, I don't really want to get too deep in it to explain as to broaden up their points as to what was said. But I do want to stress that one of the things that did happen in that episode, which was the greatest mistake, was people were picking up where it left off without letting you guys know context, right? So what ended up happening is you're taking shit that they were saying face value, and it wasn't really looking good for certain people in that regard, right? The thing is, when it comes to a content creator, to explain a situation to the viewers is a storytelling method, right? Like, we got to let you know what's happening, or you're going to take what you hear. And with what you did hear, you did feel a certain way about other people. And I do hope that you stick around to see how these people truly are. And, once an opinion's been made, it's been made, right? I understand that. And I don't want to be here like, listen, it's not like that. He said this because of this because of this. One of the reasons why I stuck with the word bullying as to describe what Kashar was going through is because that's what he said, right? And if somebody's saying they're being bullied, it doesn't do a service to be like, no, you're not being bullied. You know what I'm saying? And if that's how he felt, that's how he felt. I wanted to have a good line of communication for people to understand that and for it to kind of be like worked out, so to speak. And I feel like it's just one of the situations that it needs to still be talked about off stream. And until then, I don't want this to be brought back on stream. So I made the executive decision to take Kashar off the podcast until I feel like everything can fully be worked out, however that might be. I'm going to try to make it happen for sure. Understand that. But yeah, I don't want any issues like that again. And I just want everybody to be chill. Like, my dream of this podcast is to showcase how we are in the Discord and just hang and have a good time. Can we do that? If you agree with that in the Twitch chat right now live, can I get a yer? Say yer to wherever you're at currently, all right? You're on the YouTube space, just, you know what I'm saying, just what's up? And Kashar, just so you know, some people are like, oh, no. Kashar also hit me up saying the same thing. It wasn't a good idea because it needs to be worked out. It definitely needs to be worked out. And I'm going to try to make a space where everybody can, like, really understand each other. Because I believe when you have a disagreement with somebody and you dislike them, to go as far to truly hate somebody, I feel like people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all communication in the day. And hopefully by the end of this season, it'll all be fixed and we can all come back how we used to. And it could be good. That's what I'm going to try to do. And I hope you guys bear with all that. Yeah. So I'm going to unmute now. I wanted to mute to explain this. So, it doesn't it doesn't go longer than I wanted to, because I did not want it to go on for as long as it did. And even now I feel like it's been going on for too long, but let's have a good time. I just want, I like toxicity. I like no structure, but I don't like friendly fire. So let's get this break. To the Everyday Beam Struggle podcast, where we do whatever the fuck we want to do. Turn it off. Turn it off. Welcome to the Everyday Beam Struggle podcast, where we do whatever the fuck we want to do. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah. What's up?
Tommy's mom is.
We were just talking
mom is hot.
interesting discussion.
Wait, you see the arch? Tommy's mom got it.
So we Gucci. Now that we're back, I do got to introduce. This episode is different from the prior episodes because we have a guest, right? Depending on how you guys like this, we'll see what happens in the future. But we got the boy MightyKeef. What's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Say that
was good. It's MightyKeef here. Thanks for having me.
If you haven't heard of MightyKeef, do yourself a favor.
Hey, hold up. I'm gonna get to that. MightyKeef, I'm gonna give you the floor. What you do?
Fuck his plug.
Right?
Hold up. I'm gonna give him the mic. What do you do?
He has to say the word.
Mighty Keef.
I gotta say what?
What do you do? What do you do? I'm giving you the mic. What do you do?
Oh,
What is
man,
your
look,
shit?
if y'all ain't heard of me, my name is MightyKeef. I run the Keef crew on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
What else?
If you like anime, you know what I'm saying? And
Talk
gaming,
to
you know what I'm
them.
saying? I'll be out there doing some entertaining videos.
I am
so go
Mighty
check that
Keef.
out.
Thank you. Fuck. That's how all of his videos be starting, bro.
Dion really want to be the main character of everything, huh? You really can't let
No.
First
of all, I gotta cut that off. He's not the main character because he spoils people. That's we gotta bring that one back.
That's
We gotta bring that one back. Yeah, you say it's just Kakarot, but when you're invested in
say the
something,
thing.
what's the
Oh,
thing?
that's what you're talking about. I was
Which
like, what is
one?
I don't get it.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Are
Say
you
your
mad he
catchphrase.
spoils Kakarot?
Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
No. Okay. No. Now I'm gonna get pissed. Because
Okay,
Dion's like, that's what I'm saying. But then off camera, he's like, I understand. I'm sorry. Shut your stupid ass up. Don't you even do that.
Wait, hold on. No, wait. I'm curious. What did he spoil? What is it?
All right. Omega. So
Okay,
I
okay.
have to reiterate how he spoiled and where we're at with this, right?
Right. Give
So
him
the
the
thing about me and Dion when it comes
But
to
that's Mighty Keef,
Kakarot,
everybody.
So Mighty Keef,
Good, Dion.
don't be like just hop in whenever you want to hop in, bro. There's no structure here, all right? So just do
Oh,
whatever.
you already know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
I saw the podcast. It might have been the last podcast or one or two podcasts ago. I was like, hey, these niggas just goons. I'm gonna
That's how it be.
Lotus on.
Huh?
Afro.
No, shut up, Dion. Hold up. Let me get a horse stance real quick. Omega,
Wait.
look at me.
Let's hear it.
Wait, what happened?
Let him speak.
Are we bringing back nipple or no?
Nipples
Did that
here.
work?
Nipples here.
Oh, I don't think it is.
No,
Rewind the
nipple
audio.
worked. The only
There
time
ain't
nipple
no
didn't work
nipples.
was towards like the last segment of like what happened and shit.
I think nipple works
broke.
better than no nipple.
Would you like
Honestly,
honestly?
talking about.
Okay,
Oh, 'cause
Omega.
nipples, like, when it gets too
Nipples
talkative?
is like the safe word for you to talk. Like,
Yeah,
if you
it's a
say
talking
nipples,
stick.
You gotta shut up and listen.
I ain't
The
gonna
magic
hold you.
stick.
That shit ain't work last time. It ain't work.
That's what I'm saying.
It definitely did not actually.
Because like halfway through, everybody was just like, you know what I mean?
I think it worked a couple times.
I
It
believe
1000% works better than not having a word at all.
have
it
faith
worked
in
until
nipple.
niggas hit each other.
Have faith in nipple, please.
Hashtag
Whatever you say, nigga.
All right. I ain't got no faith in these Omega. So look. So peep. So Omega. Oh, whoa. Dion and me were talking about how mainly me, I was giving the analogy. Basically, with our Kakarot playthroughs, we've been kind of at the same place, right?
Okay.
So when we don't like something, we would talk to each other about how we don't like something, and we wouldn't miss, right? We would be like so resonant linked. So essentially, how he spoiled me isn't saying like something happened in Dragon Ball. Like you can't spoil me within Dragon Ball. But keep in mind, at the part that I was at, that he got a little bit ahead of me, I didn't want. I was thinking about dropping the game, and he was too. We were so resonanced. All right, understand this. So everybody has been telling me the Boo Saga is better, so I'm a push, and I've stressed that to him, and you know he's kind of already there. So Dion. Not taking in consideration that I'm on my last leg and I want to kind of finish this just to like, you know, I already started it, so might as well finish it. He decides to let me know that the Goku versus Majin Vegeta fight ain't it, which not only lets me know that, oh great, that's fucking ass upon the ass that I've been experiencing in between the Cell Saga, but it's like, what's the point of even playing it? Like, it spoils me in regards to like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? The will that I had to continue. Yeah,
So
it robbed the reaction.
It fucked up your bag. It fucked up your bag.
It fucked up my bag. He spoiled me on a different level than just spoiling me on a story
I'm a
plot
legular
level.
one.
Yeah, and Dion really tried it to be like, oh, what do you mean? Yeah, of course. When we really did have this talk off camera, and you agreed, I won't let that slide.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm double dipping.
Move.
He tripped.
Anyway, Tommy's mom is a baddie.
Honestly,
We're not gonna do this.
going back to what really matters.
This ain't it. I'm gonna let you.
We're talking about baddies. Go ahead and put up Sarah Bellum.
In case y'all don't know what Tommy's mom was like, hold up. Let me unfortunately show you.
You know, like those
I already
car
put Tommy's mom in the
fresheners?
chat.
You know
Bro, I
those
have a
three car
question.
fresheners in the car? She
guys
has
are
three
capping,
car
bro.
fresheners on her head, dog.
It
Come on,
never
bro.
it never like I never thought about how strong these niggas next were in the Rugrats all grown up to be holding these fat ass heads up, bro. Hold up.
Not Rugrats going up. It's Rugrats Shippuden. Get it right.
Rugrats Shippuden.
I'm mad you said Shippuden, Michael B.
That's
That's dead ass what that is.
Shippuden.
I feel like Tommy's mom can't even be top 20 cartoon moms. Like, no way.
Absolutely not.
If we're talking creme de la creme, it has to be Dexter's mom.
Dexter's mom is
Facts.
right
All
there.
I'm saying
It's
though,
a creme.
Boy, for my woman.
Creme de la creme.
God damn.
Danny's mom and Danny Phantom.
Put my girl Sarah
Oh,
Bellum
what's she
up
look
there
like?
from the Powerpuff Girls.
I remember what she
Yo,
looked like.
Yo, Muriel from Kurt Kelly, dog.
stop this movie.
Muriel. Man, we not gonna disrespect Muriel.
No.
Hey,
Wait,
hold up,
Muriel.
Muriel, Arnold's grandma.
All right, no, but okay, I have an argument.
Grandparents.
I have an argument for this. I'm saying Muriel right now is washed, but Muriel back in the day, I feel like all that thick was in the right
No,
places.
they showed her back in the day. It wasn't any better, bro.
Let me see back in the day.
Hold on, let me find it. Yeah, they showed it like in a flashback. Hold on.
I need to see this.
Shit.
I believe-
Let me
I
find
believe
out
in
Muriel
Muriel,
had
bro.
the yams, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Oh my god.
Stop. Why did you put
Danny
SpongeBob's mom?
Phantom, though.
Why did you put SpongeBob's
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Danny Phantom sucks, bro. I said it.
Hot takes, man. Yeah, okay.
Relax.
Our friendship was fun while it lasted.
Black.
You can stay over there.
Dog,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Muriel. Hold on, let me keep y'all updated. That's Muriel.
Everybody who's
Shot.
watching me right now, your ears are gonna get blasted because I gotta go in to turn off the music of My Hero. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't hear anything. What the fuck? All right, go on.
Why does
I now take back every agreement
Wait,
I had with you,
you don't know
Omega.
who Muriel is to begin with? That's Muriel.
Muriel was a baddie.
Mad Cat.
What were you guys
Damn.
saying about? What were you guys saying about Muriel?
Baddie.
Muriel's a baddie. She like a quick roast guy.
I take back everything that I said.
Dark skin alt. I don't understand.
Oh, wait, that was
Muriel's Echo Fighter.
Yo, why you getting Nordic, my nigga?
She got Nordic.
double stop.
You can't say Nordic.
Double stop.
Wait, what is this last one?
The last one was
They
it was the episode where the lady on the left was trying to like steal something. She stole a jewel from the bank, and Muriel got framed for it.
Courage predicted Muriel Black, man. I'm so done.
I hate it. I hate it here. I want to go home.
What is this? If you guys never saw Courage the Cowardly Dog, I'm sorry.
If you haven't seen Courage, what's wrong with you?
What's
Well, I
that?
mean, some people are younger, so it's like
I don't care about none of that.
Black History Month Muriel.
I wasn't born when the Looney Tunes was going on, yet here I am.
Omega.
But don't lie, they played that shit though.
Wait, they
Wait.
really had.
I was gonna ask Toasty, is this real with like?
Yeah,
Dexter's
that's
mom?
real.
Damn, she
Oh,
really
Omega?
got a
oh,
yammy
Dexter's
yam,
mom.
bro.
Oh, yeah, I think that's real too. Yes.
The chat is asking you to defend your arguments against Danny Phantom, Omega.
That's just mid.
That's
all
all.
on what
Yeah,
basis?
do
that.
I just don't like it.
I never got into it, so I can't say whether it's trash or not. I watched like
It's not like the show
it never
isn't
gave
like
me. Go
it's
ahead.
not like bad quality or anything. I just don't like.
So here's the thing. Danny Phantom came in around the time that a lot of the good shows started going out. So Danny Phantom didn't have a lot of competition. So it was like far and above the best at the time, I think, from what I remember.
For sure. For
Wasn't
sure,
Danny
I agree
Phantom
with
like
that.
But I think it still
405?
hit though. Like
I think one thing Danny Phantom had going that I really liked was like they had their movies that didn't tie into the show. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that was like the
There was
future
actually
one.
there was some good ass character development in the movies.
There
there
was.
was.
There was.
Fighting Black and shit. Like
Yeah, you're right.
And
There was one where
And the shit got dark too.
he killed everybody. Did
Yeah, he killed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
He killed everybody.
the day of the test.
It was Danny Black, bro.
That's just
It was really his like evil version.
It was literally the cooler Danny.
because his somebody died, right? One of his
A lot of
family
people
members died. So
No,
he,
it was
like,
all of his family, Tucker, Sam, everybody that he cared about died.
Oh yeah,
Danny Black was playing with no shit, bro. Everybody had to go.
Yeah, that shit was
Black.
heat. That
He
shit
said,
was-
"Fuck it, meat out." Just fucking.
All right, what
killed
about Jimmy
everybody.
Neutron's mom?
I don't remember
Wait
what
a
she looked
minute.
like. I'm gonna keep it.
The only thing about her is her hair, bro.
I'm with it.
She had mad ugly.
Challenge,
Post
bro.
a picture. Post a picture.
I guess I gotta find
Hey,
that.
hey, real quick. You guys had Boomerang when you were younger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to feel old? All the shows we grew up with are on
Oh,
Boomerang.
I know,
now.
dude.
Oh,
Mandy was on there. Chowder is on there.
I didn't know.
I was too old for Chowder, and it's on Boomer now.
I was too old for Chowder as well. No, you can't do this to me, bro.
Dude,
No,
Chowder,
I didn't
bro.
age 50 years.
Well,
Time to
to
make
make a
a better
Facebook
One Piece. I
account.
said it.
Yo, who on Facebook? Yo, we gotta
Get
get
it on
yo,
Facebook.
Everyday Beam Struggle group on Facebook. Let's go.
I'm out.
I'm
What
with
the
it.
fuck? Y'all racist as hell.
Of course we are. We're fucking boomers now.
All right, I'm gonna post this.
For time.
Hold on.
For yourself, bitch.
I'm gonna post this
my
in
God.
the normal squad Discord, so Afro just don't go there. But everybody else, this
hold
is
on,
something I don't think should be here.
Never mind.
My first console was
My God. My God.
That's me right now. Like,
I just don't think that should be posted in here.
Hold on, is that his meat or his cheeks?
I think it's his
The cheeks.
I think it's meant to be his cheeks.
It's his cheeks.
Yo, Chowder had cake.
Stop. He's a child.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey
That's a
yo,
child.
hey
We
yo,
are live?
hey yo.
We're streaming.
I'm streaming.
Hey, yo.
Chowder was like, feature. What is
Bro, he's like 7 or something, bro.
He's a little bit.
Chowder Lord, nigga. Get the fuck off.
Yo, the cops coming from already.
The reason why they're coming for me is because I'm illegal. So, but that's neither here nor there.
Because you said you don't like Danny Phantom.
Hom, you gotta watch what you say. Hom, you gotta chill.
mean-
Okay.
I mean, Danny Phantom trash. It's not my fault.
All right, book him, officer.
Get him.
You gotta go, sir.
Hey yo, can you get caught already? Goddamn.
Shoot me already. Why you pussy, nigga?
Yo, guys.
Oh, what, I gotta reach for my inhaler for you to shoot me?
Stop.
I just had 2 frames.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Now that we're talking about cartoons, I want to make a hard transition into something literal opposite. All right.
What?
Anime, but specifically anime. This is something that was
Yes.
Moon ready.
Let's get it.
Oh, well, just
So
Me next.
So we were on the cusp last time talking about the My Hero Academia community.
trash.
Hey,
No,
hold
that's
up,
it, right?
hold up.
No.
The Boku no Hero.
Boku no
There we
Hero.
go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let
okay.
me preface a statement for it before we go in. Okay.
Okay.
I can't
So-
do these, Dobin.
The
I can't
thing-
join.
My take, right? This is something that I've seen a lot. Now, every community has a toxic side to it, and you can judge it based off of what you see, of course, right? Within what I've seen a lot in my past years, I suppose, on Twitter, if anything, the My Hero community is an interesting breed of people when it comes to their relationship with the artist and just their relationship with the show in general. They be on some of the most wild shit sometimes. I'm gonna just let it go from
Nobody
there.
hates on My Hero Academia and Kohei Horikoshi harder than Boku no Hero fans.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have never seen any community be so ungrateful for their series and for their artists.
You wanna know what I
very
hate?
Interesting.
I hate all My Hero fans. This is how it starts. Because I got a bone to pick with that nigga Fabian, bro. Play my battle music, dog. Nipples, shut up. Tell me why. I wake up after a long night of crying myself to sleep, of being depressed, of battling with the razor blades in my kitchen, bro. I was going through it, right? So I'm sitting there, I wake up after a long night of depression. I'm scrolling through Twitter. I went through her likes, got even more depressed. I was like, fuck, I need to get out of here. So I was scrolling through Twitter, and on my timeline, guess what I see?
What do you see?
A tweet from Fabian.
Okay.
Guess what this nigga say? Guess what this nigga say?
What do you say, bro? Talk to him.
Hold on. This is going to be My Hero spoilers. Can I say this?
No. Okay. If it's manga spoilers, no.
Fuck.
If it's anime spoilers,
Fuck. All right. So this nigga dead ass spoiled a death that happened in the manga, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. You're right. You're right. Bro. You're right. Go off.
Nah.
Go off.
Nah. This nigga was
Go
terrible.
off.
This nigga was literally like, damn, you know what's crazy? How this nigga died and how it affected this character. I was like, hey, yo!
Bro. I gotta YouTube dox him now. Vocal Pineapple, aka Fabian, not only did that to my friend Omega Pro, but he did it to me. If you guys have seen the overhaul arc, I was reading that shit live. Do you know what this nigga did? He tweets. So how the manga chapters worked from the last chapter to when Overhaul got badoomped compared to prior to the last fight, he tweets the last page to when Overhaul is gone. And he's just like, he commented about how he thought the death was. So here I am, right? Not looking at the links of the chapter, just like, bro, you spoiled the fucking death. Like, what the fuck? You know what he tells me, bro?
Get over it.
How did you not see it? It was obvious. What are you talking about?
Yo, wait. Your Fabian impression might be kind of nasty.
Bro,
your Fabian impression kind of on point. Hold up.
To this day, it's been a year or 2 years later. Fabian knows he's muted. Bro, I am still hurt.
Bro, I fuck with Fabian the long way. He
Not with
almost
my
had
hero.
to catch a mute for that though. I was like, nigga, how you just gonna spoil that, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, just like on a bat, like no warning either. Just like, damn, crazy out.
See, like, I don't know if that was just the first time you noticed, but he spoils my hero like on a regular basis.
Maybe because they're too vague for me to understand it. But he was like blatant. There's no way to misconstrue this situation.
How y'all not throw hands with this man yet, man? The man got his ass whooped. Nah,
mama, bro, see me at Anime Expo.
See me at Anime Expo.
you think Anime Expo ain't gonna be careful?
That nigga got like 10 feet on me. I'll still square up. I don't give a fuck.
Dog.
Oh, no.
Niggas gonna start fucking around sneezing on each other.
No, wait. He's not even going to the gym, though. He's
Moon Girlfriend, are you guys coming?
Yeah, that boy Mega Man, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know,
Pounds, tight,
you know what I'm
ready to fool with a nigga named Fabian. That's crazy.
and I'll cough on that nigga. What's good?
Hey.
All right, hold on. That's
Can we move into another like Discord lobby real quick?
Hey, yo, relax. It's not contagious, bro.
Well, no, because we're talking about the games or whatever. And we don't want to interrupt the shit.
I do want to apologize with the overhaul stuff. I said that with tunnel visioning because I thought everybody kind of knew that part. I apologize.
Well, that's they're past that anime, right?
Yeah, they're past that anime, but some people are saying they got spoiled. I really am sorry. I didn't mean it.
Oh,
shit.
No, because they had ample warning because it literally took like a whole couple of minutes for Omega to even start saying his piece because he was like, wait, it's My Hero spoilers. So if you were on edge about My Hero spoilers, you should have cut and ran immediately.
So real quick, I want to watch season 4. I haven't watched season 4 yet, but
yeah, it was anime. What I said was
anime. Spoiler that the bad guy dies isn't that big of a spoiler to me. Like that's kind of expected. I don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
just to clarify to the chat, what I said wasn't about the manga. It was about the anime that we're not even there anymore. So that's why I was thinking. I apologize once again.
Don't know that was close.
Hold on. While we're talking about My Hero, the funniest shit on Twitter happened, bro. I know Kagi knows about this because Kagi was in the thread. Okay. Click this Twitter link. Yo. So
am I allowed to click this? Am I allowed to click this?
Okay. So let me explain it while you're reading the tweet, so you guys know what's happening here. I tweeted gentle overhaul, right? And then the voice actor for Overhaul replies to my tweet saying, "Wow." And then Kagi puts the laughing emojis. And then the voice actor for Overhaul says, "I can't believe you retweeted this on my birthday." Rips up friendship bracelet.
God damn.
With one arms.
He did never do that.
Yo,
why would you do that?
He did not.
Oh my god.
Nibbles not.
I love Taka.
Nibbles. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Kellen. I love you, man. That's
I
all.
love Taka.
Want to give a shout out to fucking Michael B while you're at it?
Fucking savage.
Dude, I love Taka so much.
Can I nipples really quick before we get off the topic of My Hero?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Black Clover is better, yes.
Announcement on Twitter a few times, but it would be nice to bring Lotus's idea to the whole world. If you run into any weird My Hero Academia fans out there, those aren't My Hero Academia fans. Those are Boku no Hero Academia fans. There is a difference.
Yo,
My Hero Academia, the normal ones. Boku no Hero Academia fans are the fucking weirdos. So just for future reference, so everybody knows.
Anyone that refers to the anime in the Japanese name, they gotta go.
Anyone with BNHA stand in their bio, avoid them like the plague.
True.
Bro, they was complaining about the sky, bro. The sky?
Bro.
The sky? The sky.
My man took a screenshot like 3 frames apart and said they're reusing the sky background.
Oh my god.
The sky.
I hate anime people like that, bro. That shit gets on my nerves, man.
I love anime. I hate anime.
Yo,
fans.
people get so upset about like if you ever even bring up ships and you know you don't agree with them.
Man,
just even
the whole,
say
the
something that
shipping
pisses
shit is
them
so
off.
stupid to me because it's like I understand everybody has their own way of having fun and enjoying a series and shit. But it's like, some people act like that's the main draw to a series, and that's the thing they get the most passionate about, to the point where like they get in like heated ass arguments and wars on Twitter and shit. I'm like, y'all understand this shit? That's not even actually part of the series,
and
right?
It's so easy to trigger them too.
Yeah, you've been doing that a lot.
They get mad over relationships that aren't even real, bro. Like the shit that they made up in their head.
Dude, like holy shit.
I'm quiet because there's like you gotta let everybody talk, man.
Give me a second.
It's like,
say what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind.
People in chat are like, I've never seen him this quiet. I'm like, there's like 20.
I've never
like,
seen him this quiet.
It is like 20 heads in here.
I appreciate you for being quiet. You might just spoil somebody
man.
without thinking.
Oh,
no, honestly, I'm surprised you weren't more mad about that Fabian thing because like
that's
an actual spoiler.
I was. That's the thing. Like we had an actual argument about that because Fabian kept on talking to me about how it was obvious when it wasn't obvious. Like the people who seen the anime,
It really wasn't.
It wasn't obvious.
It was not obvious at all.
Like I feel like his argument was like the same thing that Thunder said. Like
I feel like it was foreshadowed though.
It was
foreshadowing and obvious are two different things.
Hold on. Are you talking about this nigga getting his arms ripped off or?
No. So just the fight. Just
okay.
Yeah, just how that fight played out and shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, who here has
you got it.
who here has read the manga and all that? Like all
me.
caught up.
Nah, see, I actually do have a ball sack, so I haven't.
is that the requirement? Is that what
Anime is always better than the manga. Thank you.
I don't know who is going
according to
spoil
the Boku no
shit.
Hero
That's why I said
fans.
it.
That's not the case.
Anime is always better than the manga. Thank you.
Wait, hold up.
There it is.
Keith, what's your opinion on My Hero?
I mean, it's good. I like it. You know what I mean? It's good. I don't read the manga though. That's why I said if you don't read the manga, I ain't trying to get no spoilers.
Here's the thing. I have a question, bro. When you're reading the manga, like, and there's a fight scene happening, do you play You Say Run in your head as you're flipping the fucking page?
I play Pop Smoke.
I played.
You're just like, oh, Deck was about to use Detroit Smash. Where's my iPod? Here we go.
Pulled out the shuffle.
Imagination.
I'm turning the pages in sync with the music.
All right, hold up. Now that we're talking about this, like this is a joke. I do that with Attack on Titan.
RP Pop Smoke, by the
All
way.
right,
my
relax.
God.
do that. No, Attack on Titan slaps. No,
You got to do that. Like Attack on Titan got OSTs that you could do that with, though. Let me say that. I'm just saying.
The beat drop.
Okay.
The song called Attack on Titan. Like that's that's I don't know.
Toasty, can you find this bracky already?
I've only ever actually played music while reading manga once ever, I think, and it was in 2018 when The Weeknd dropped My Dear Melancholy. I had finally bought the last volume. Listen, I had finally bought the last volume of Your Lie in April, right, and completed the collection. And so I sat up till like fucking 5, 6 in the morning reading Your Lie in April while playing My Dear Melancholy on repeat, and I almost put the blade to my wrist that night.
Hold on. Wait. I gotta point out a comment. Hold on. Before I read this comment out loud, let me play this person's favorite background music. Stop. Okay. He said, hold on, let me put on his voice here. Hello, everybody. This is me, Croliox here. Dude, if you get spoiled on events in the manga, that is on you. Oh, really? That's on me. That's kind of crazy, bro.
That's
you know what else is
actually, motherfucker, if I've ever heard one.
You know what else is on you? This 10-minute ban. Come back and 10 minutes, bitch. Go read some manga, nigga, and then come back.
Okay, I want to circle back around real quick. Keith, it sounded like you gave My Hero a soft 5. Is that true?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Nah, I like My Hero. I just don't like this season. All
right, so 6.
Yo, I just dapped you up through Discord, by the way. This season sucks.
So I'm gonna let y'all know.
Omega said that nigga spitting.
I'm gonna let y'all know from like reading the manga, reading this part in the manga hurt, bro. That shit hurted. And I'm gonna let you know too. The next arc hurted kind of too. I feel like you got like 2 arcs. This one and the next one before it gets.
When you say hurted, when you say hurted, oh, you mean trash? Okay, gotcha.
Because I was waiting, man. Because I like the what's it called? The season where they were in the forest.
Last season.
That shit was fire. And then I come to this and I'm just like, man,
what y'all doing here?
So like here's my problem with My Hero, right? My Hero, to me, and I like now we're in a good place when it comes to like the manga for sure. But like My Hero is real inconsistent with the stakes. And that's a big problem I've been having with it for a long time. Like, I
don't think there's ever gonna be high stakes in My Hero, to be honest.
No, there's definitely high stakes. Like All Might going against All for One, like that was stakes for sure.
But it's like it felt like high stakes.
But I mean, like, I feel like the stakes have a soft limit because, like, for example, like, let's see it even with All Might. All Might should be dead by now.
Honestly, I can't wait for him to die.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But that's not my point. My point is like the stakes are inconsistent. Like we'll have like All Might for All for One. Then we go back to fucking math class in the next arc, bro. Like it's a rough transition. I mean,
it's called academia.
You're right. But if we're at a high LM and you go to a 4 and you bring me back to an 8, I'm about to get like whiplash, bro. Like keep me somewhere. Like let's go somewhere and stay there. You know. Like right now we went from like a 10. We're going back to like a 4 or 5 with Gentle, and then it's going to fluctuate the next arc. In my opinion,
I don't think Gentle's 4 or 5. I feel
like you say that based off of like what you know and shit. But I'm saying like.
I'm just saying, like, I think the Gentle fight is just as good as the alcohol fight.
The Gentle fight is
I don't even know who the hell Gentle is. God damn, y'all. What is
that?
I thought it's the anime.
No, it's in the same season.
That's fine.
It's just recent.
Because I stopped right after Homeboy got bopped. And I was like, all right, man, what else is gonna happen? Because I thought that was gonna be like the ender. Right? I thought that was going to be the season ender because I thought he was the guy, but
almost did that too late.
But we'll see. I'll try to truck through it.
I'm just going to wait for all the episodes to just binge it all through because
honestly, I think one of my favorite fights in My Hero is Deku versus Muscular, and that didn't really have like high stakes either.
See,
I don't think it's necessarily about the stakes. I just think that the show sucks.
I just don't think a lot of the fights in My Hero are all that good.
Wait, hold on.
No. Although I shit on it, Black Clover got better fighting choreography than My Hero Academia.
Somebody says it.
While Black Clover is trash, while Black Clover is trash, it has way better fights than My Hero Academia.
There it is.
Well, my problem with My Hero's fights is that a lot of them are just like Deku doing 1 or 2 solid punches.
Yeah. Like My Hero doesn't have fights in that regard for sure. It's just like
My Hero. It's not like Naruto when like niggas was throwing hands that had whole ass choreography, or like even like some of the shit they have in Black Clover like these days, or like even Boruto. Like, it's kind of just like a couple of really pinnacle moments and then the fight is over.
All Might versus All for One is like 1 punch or some shit. Like
it is.
Same thing with Muscular. Deku gets knocked around, then he lands
blew a couple of blasts and All Might punched him once and the fight was over.
Yeah, it's the same Muscular fight. It's almost the same. Like
my problem with Black Clover is not like the show itself, but like the concept. I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good on that show.
You just jaded that whole.
Yeah. It's just us being over shonens. We're too like.
Well, that's for me. I don't think that's for me though, because like
there's
plenty of like mediocre ass shit that's out right now that I like, and I just think Black Clover sucks.
Honestly, but the thing is, like when I first started watching Black, I was riding for that anime hard. Like one thing I will never shit on is the music. Because Black Clover music was fucking fire.
Oh, it got bangers. It do got bangers.
It has bang, but the thing is, the show kind of fell short for me, and then it reached the potential that I wanted it to reach. So ever since then, I'm just like looking at it with a slight eye, like. I just hate the characters, how one-dimensional some of them feel to me. I'm just like, all right, just say your one-liner that you usually say, and I'm out.
Yep. It's like that one-dimensional shit. Like if I didn't like go balls deep on shows similar to that, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal,
right?
I mean, okay, so here's my opinion on Black Clover. Obviously, I cap a lot, and I like to trigger people by saying Black Clover is goated or whatever. But in all actuality, like. I think Black Clover like knows what it is, and it doesn't try to be anything special. That's why I fuck with it. Like shit, like My Hero, like I feel like it's trying so hard to be like this. Oh, like this is like the next Naruto or whatever. Like this is gonna be what takes the anime mantle or whatever. And it's like
it does.
Black Clover is just like this is stupid. We don't really give a fuck. This nigga's annoying. They get fucking these powers whenever. Like it's just stupid, and it makes it easier to accept. Like, all right, whatever.
I see your point of view, but I honestly and genuinely do not believe Black Clover is that self-aware at all. I think Black Clover.
I feel like even the argument of saying Black Clover is woke mid, they don't make it
woke mid. No, because Black Clover is not a series like One Punch Man where it's parody and like it knows it's being stupid, and that's the appeal to it. I think Black Clover is doing something similar to My Hero, but like just not with as much effort as like I'm gonna be the next Naruto. It's just like it's just the same thing, but without the same goal in mind.
Sounds like makes it sound like you go into Black Clover with just a lower expectation, so you're not let down by it.
I mean, I mean, obviously, I had really low expectations from what everybody said about Black Clover, but like, I've genuinely, like, I'm not gonna lie. Other than the sister nigga, I think I like every character in Black Clover. I'm not gonna hold you.
Mainly one of the people I just hate.
Yeah,
I like every time. Can I get some? I'm sorry, I'm talking my chat. Continue. Dick cheese emojis in the
what emoji? What?
Nigga broke the flow of the conversation.
Discord gave this man a mute button. He still said dick cheese in my ear. I'm upset.
Let me get some. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Dope
about.
and Moon, come help me, please.
Nah, the Syscon characters.
I'm trying to join, nigga.
Those can always be kept.
I even shot an SOS.
Those what characters?
All right, bet.
Syscon niggas who got a thing for their sister. The sister conflict.
That's disgusting.
Bro. On an off topic, that was one thing that like. You know, back when Sword Art Online was like not complete doo-doo, right? Like when he started doing that odd fucking thing with his sister cousin thing, I'm like, bro, what is this?
That's gross.
Like I was really into that show.
Or what's that other one? Were there fairies and shit? Wasn't that arc?
Yeah, it was that arc, and like it just got weird, bro. Like I did not fuck with that. Like Sword Art now, I heard it's better. I haven't watched it, but yeah, when it started getting into that.
Dopin, what were you saying earlier about
nothing but good
Patreon or some shit like that? Like they're like cracking down on like.
Oh yeah, Dopin, you were saying.
Yeah, Patreon is cracking down like on Japanese style like based content, NSFW, and like there's no reason for like Japanese art style based content is because like how it relates to lolly stuff. So even if like a character like in the post I saw it says even if a character has like big breasts or looks of age. There's 90% of the time they're still gonna like say it's like
so wait is
still
it just
related?
Is it just the NSFW stuff or like
it's a lot of NSFW stuff. Someone had told me it was like also like other content creators like posting their their nudes or like pinups. So yeah, a lot of people are leaving Patreon because they have no other choice.
But like
this sounds like
Oh, they get
this sounds like the furry
they can just
shit.
go to OnlyFans. They're good.
I mean, like artists and shit though.
Shit. Well,
yeah. Artists are going to like other like kind of places like that they can find monetary value, right? Like Gumroad or Coffee. Now I'm not sure how those work. I believe Coffee is like you pay someone and then they reply with like a little sketch or like a comment.
No, wait. They could go to OnlyFans, couldn't they?
They could, yeah.
Theoretically they could, maybe.
So wait, I actually don't know. I've never like seriously looked into this shit. Is OnlyFans really just meant for this porn type shit they be doing?
No,
or like OnlyFans,
you can sell anything on there.
Yeah, I think
okay. Because like I never heard of this shit ever before until Shorties was selling their nudes and shit. So, like
you could have macaroni posters on OnlyFans and like people pay for that shit.
Bro, hold up.
Got an OnlyFans and is watching this. All I'm trying to say.
I gotta put my homie Sacred Fire.
All right, nipples real quick. God
damn.
Hold up.
Don't do that.
You know what?
Trying to see some wee schnoff and angle dangle. As
you know what? Go on, Dion. Go on, Dion.
How real can we get on this thing?
As I was saying.
Never mind.
Is that
as real as you can say
online stripping?
Remember when we had nipple?
Can we say that?
Ain't nothing low key about it. You're literally stripping.
Yeah, sure. I suppose.
Oh, Dion,
they would never go out of the way to be like, oh yeah, I strip online. They wouldn't say that.
I mean, they identify themselves as sex workers. I'm pretty sure.
Some of them do.
I don't think they do.
No, not all of them.
I've seen many of them say that they are sex workers.
Yeah, everybody. Some of them do.
A lot of them.
They tell their family at the cookout like what they do for.
I mean,
we live in a different period, right?
That's fine now, Dion.
It's a far more accepted term nowadays than it was.
Yeah.
Also, Dion, you're welcome because I could have ran your speech bubble over for what you did, but I decided to be humble.
Okay,
Wow, man, thanks.
All right. Anyways, so what I was trying to say, I gotta out my homie Sacred, bro. I gotta out.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to feel about this. So we're gonna have to talk, bro. So,
you gonna tear down my brother making his money?
Yeah, I'm gonna tear down.
Why you being a hating ass?
Wow. I'm being a hating ass, bro. I'm being a hating ass.
Wow.
Why you being a hating ass?
Talking about the black man making paper. Okay, I see it.
This nigga,
He's doing what we all wish we
this
could
nigga made an OnlyFans and put his dick on there, bro. I don't know how to feel.
No way.
He actually put his fucking dick on.
His only man.
Now,
All right. But we got. All right. But one question though. One question. How big is it?
I didn't look. I didn't pay for that shit. But I want an opinion. But I want an opinion. I want an opinion, right? So let's say you have your boy that decides to start showing some dick, right? Okay. Now, am I a bad friend if he decides to start advertising his OnlyFans by showing dick print shit on his Twitter or whatever? If I block him, if I block him, am I a bad friend?
Yes.
So be it, bro.
Follow him.
So be it.
You gotta mute him.
Nah, bro.
Afro, is he
I want
black?
you to tear down another black man.
Okay, wait, why
you always support black business?
Keep being the white man's Momoto.
Bro. But the thing is, when I am engaging in my friendship with my male friend at the time at first, right? It's just like it's like some brother shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the only child for the most part. Yeah, I have step brothers and sisters, but that's not how I grew up. Like when I befriend someone on that level, I look at them as like family if we know each other for some years. I don't want to see my nigga's dick print. And I feel
That sounds like a you problem. Like you scared.
No, I have a choice.
Never seen your brother's dick?
No.
Scared you.
All right, what?
Then unfollow him. Why
I
you
didn't
gotta
see my brother's dick here, right?
Hold up, Damo, come back. Damo, come back. What?
Yeah, why you got a whole ass block the man though?
Right?
You can block him. You can mute him.
I wouldn't know anything. Just mute and then.
All right. There's levels of this shit. There's levels.
You might
of
be a
this shit.
coward.
How am I?
White man's Momoto.
Coward.
It sounds like you're afraid.
Nah, this nigga's scared of
I don't want to see his dick. How am I a coward?
It's just
No, you're just really scared of dick.
We was
It's not me. No, I feel like I'm. It's okay for me to not want to see that. So a block is just like.
You don't have to want to see it. But
You didn't put on the
blocking it is
timeline?
Extra.
Yeah.
But I feel
block
like
him?
he
That's so
has to
extra,
know.
man.
He has to know he hurt me. He has to know.
But he didn't do anything yet.
That's why anybody blocks to be petty.
Why don't you just DM him?
Yeah, you can just tell him, be like, "Hey, yo, that hurt me."
You assuming a lot.
Okay, I could tell him, but it's just like I've already seen it. I've already seen the dick.
It don't matter.
You see it.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you
You're just
something.
gonna have to deal with it.
Can you not recover? Come on, man. Yeah.
You haven't.
Come on.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait.
I don't know if I can.
Your stamina regenerates anyway. You can snap vanish next time.
I don't know if I can because look, bro, like my nigga does like Pokemon just gaming content shit. When I look at these videos, I'm just gonna see the silhouette of the dick just like getting more opacity.
Yo, these Pokemon is different.
Every Pokemon sounds looking like this.
It's like I'm not gonna be able to hear what's up, everybody. Today we're gonna play. No, it's just like dick. Like it ruins it.
You're such a baby.
That nigga.
Afro,
Just sit him down, tell him, "Hey man, you my boy, but like I can't be seeing your dick all the time."
So you but here's the thing. Afro. You would rather see My Hero and anime spoilers than see a little dick.
That's crazy.
That's
He draws
crazy.
the line. You see where he draws the line?
No, it doesn't. I'll try it.
I'm about to say I'd rather see all y'all niggas meet than get something. Well, I'd rather see it
If he's really your, if he's
All right,
really
hold up. I would rather.
Right.
I would rather see meat than get spoiled in an anime. That's for sure. That's facts. But that's
Okay.
but that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay.
You only muted Fabian.
Fabian's okay.
You didn't block him. You muted him.
But the reason
got
why
you
I
there.
muted Fabian because I feel like that was something that I could bring up to talk to him about. The thing is, me getting
But he's not gonna stop.
okay, that's true. So I muted him, right?
Just like me.
But I don't want to have to bring up. No. I don't want to bring up why this nigga slang dick because I'm not trying to. That's his business, right? And there's something that shouldn't be discussed.
Fabian's business is spoiling my.
But I was able to talk to him about it
It
because
just sound like you a little racist.
spoiler's not as egregious to speak of.
So what you telling me is that if you in a Discord with Sacred and he talking about how his hustle game is crazy with the OnlyFans, you're just not gonna like it.
These
But
niggas
like,
praying on my
that's the
downfall.
thing. Okay, I gotta explain it because I know how I'm sounding right now, but you gotta know the layers. Shut the fuck up, Toasty. Let me explain the layers. Nah, bro. I'm tired of this nigga. No, bro. This nigga been giving me a tone all day. I've had enough.
What a bigot, bro.
Holy shit.
This nigga scared.
Listen,
Now he just
let me explain.
everybody.
Let me explain. Nah, fuck him. Listen.
You're doing great, sweetie.
When it comes why Fabian is getting the mute compared to Sacred getting the block is because to an anime manga spoiler, I can vent my frustrations because it's something that can be debated, right? If a nigga puts his dick in the TL, that was a choice that just happened. You can't debate why. All I can do is ask why you put your dick.
Why do you put the spoiler?
Excuse our choice.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah,
to me, it was a situation that can be discussed. So the block.
It's not like you're scared of dick.
You know what?
Yeah, you scared of dick.
I get why you mad because he spoiled the dick for you.
Afro, I
Spoiled the dick for him.
I see where you're coming from.
Thank you, Dion. I was drowning.
That's
bro.
another level, bro. Like anime spoiler.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, so
I don't want to bring it up.
But Sager
It sounds like y'all niggas scared y'all might be gay.
Sager
It was on his
timeline. It was on the
How did you come
OnlyFans
across
you had to
this?
pay for.
Do you have this OnlyFans?
He did not see it. Afro didn't see the penis.
Afro didn't see anything. Afro's out here making assumptions.
I was asking hypothetically.
And not to
you're
mention,
mad
this was
because you
foreshadowed
didn't
that
see the
Saber
dick.
was going to do this.
But I'm
You're
saying
mad that he showed it.
No. I'm saying hypothetically, like if he was to start trying to advertise his OnlyFans by showing like some shit. You know what I'm saying?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Of
He said
course,
he's not going to do that though.
But I'm gonna retweet to accept my homie's word out more. I want to expose my home. I want to get all the
Matter of
views,
fact,
all the money.
I'm finna buy the
Out bag.
OnlyFans. Hold on.
Exactly. If
why do you
Sacred
hate
makes
that?
an almighty
All
comment behind that and
right,
support.
all right, y'all about it? Y'all about it? Y'all about it? Go subscribe to his OnlyFans right now and put proof that you did it in the chat.
You got $12?
Bet.
You got OnlyFans money?
You know some of these dudes.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Y'all about it? There's dick right there too. There's dick right there too. That's what you want?
Nigga,
Go peace.
Afro just called me a coward.
Yeah, I did. I
He
did.
did say that.
Wait, Afro, you need to understand something though. He didn't actually put his meat on there. You know that, right?
Yeah, like
What?
He
OnlyFans?
blurred it.
Oh, he blurred it.
I'll still pay $12
That's
for
step
blurred
one.
meat.
Look at him ready to attack a man.
Look at him. He hasn't seen anything.
So I didn't
That
go on
means
there.
Omega already did.
Okay, but here's the thing. I didn't go on there, so he told me he did, so I gotta take his word for it. What am I to do? You know what I'm saying? See, that's the thing.
Support
It's a
the
different
homie.
context. Like if
So
my
you
nigga-
just blocked a homie who
I
didn't even do the
block
thing you
him
thought he
yet.
did.
I'm saying
Off his friend.
hypothetically.
You didn't even. You're thinking about blocking him, and he didn't even do it.
That
He
wasn't
didn't
what
even do it.
That wasn't what I said. That wasn't what I said. I said
That's what you were talking about.
Predicting.
That's crazy.
I dead ass forgot about
Hashtag cancel Afro.
Afro's a homophobe.
nipple.
That's cool.
That's like, yo, you're on thin ice.
Bro, Ham's
That
done.
wasn't me that said it.
Ham's done,
Afro likes
bro.
everybody from all walks of life.
Bro,
That was
Ham is
fake
done,
news.
bro.
Holy shit.
Don't put that bad juju on them.
That
Whoa.
was some bad news.
This is Hambino on Twitter saying this, not
Ham is
Afro.
done, bro. That was a social link decrease. That was a big social link decrease. Anyways, so
Damn.
fucking
Coronavirus, guys.
One thing, no. Prior to that, I'm gonna make a transition to OnlyFans because I never really talked about my OnlyFans journey in depth, right?
Okay.
There's a journey.
Keep the lead.
Yours
There was a journey. There was a journey.
It all started with Nick.
Bro, so Pete, right? So, you know, I don't know how your timelines be looking, but I follow quite too many people, honestly.
Yeah,
I got
you
600 niggas deep. All right, Simba, what's up? What's good with you, bro?
Why was you talking when we first started, man? I was like, no.
This podcast is the squad falling apart, bro.
I mean, low key, I don't know what the
This
fuck
whole
is going
season
on,
is
but I'm
falling
gonna keep
apart.
that to myself. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'll wait till we're done because I got tacked, but it's fine. Anyways, so with OnlyFans, all I see is that on my TL with all the niggas that I follow, right? And one thing that is a common occurrence is OnlyFans this, OnlyFans that, especially following the
guys, I'm
homie.
back.
Hey,
Yo, shut up.
especially with following like the homie heavily and some other people, like niggas be retweeting and supporting that shit. So with seeing it for so long, you want to know what's on the other side. You want to just cross the wall, as Armin said. You want to see the ocean. Titties are titties, sure, but I want to see what makes this the platform that it was, right? So I learned that OnlyFans. Now I don't know about all OnlyFans. If anybody in here has been to multiple and can explain to me the tech, go ahead. But OnlyFans is a trap because I decided to cross the bridge. I just at random, just any mini mighty mode, picked one person, and you pay whatever to get in there, right? So then once I paid whatever to get in there, then I was told to then pay for the content prior, and that just seems interesting.
Huh?
Yeah. You pay to get in there, and then it was like a snippet. Well, now I'm sure anybody can run their shit their own way, right? But like You pay just to see the teasers to then pay some more to get the full video.
I think it depends on how they have their OnlyFans set up as to whether or not it does
Okay,
like
so
that.
I wasn't a connoisseur of it. I only did one just to see what was on the other side. So if other people set their shit up differently, I didn't see that. But my first experience was very interesting. That was all I've seen. So
I seen these girls ask for like $30 a pop. So you had to pay to get in there to pay.
So I paid $15 to then have to go in the DMs to then discuss the price that wasn't given on that post.
What?
It's kind of like the shoe game. Like sometimes you got to pay for the chance to get the raffle, and then after you get the raffle, then you get the opportunity to buy the shoe.
I gotta pay to wait in line.
Shit,
that's crazy.
But I don't understand the mindset of like,
bro, I'm about to get that mega link.
One pair of I don't know. Let me not.
May I explain my OnlyFans experience?
Oh yeah, go on. I need this.
So I don't know what it is, but probably 50% plus of the girls that I followed over the course of when I started my Twitter in 2012, 2013, somewhere in there, until the OnlyFans boom, I somehow followed almost all of the girls who inevitably popped to OnlyFans when that thing popped up. Like they didn't do work like that before, but then when OnlyFans hit, they're just like, "Fuck yeah, these are my titties," and like they went for it. So
here on my
when the initial boom happened, and like 60% of my female timeline all went over there. There were a couple that maybe I thought they were attractive, maybe I had like a mild crush on them. So I got into a thing where when it would go on sale, and it's a small handful, probably like less than 7, I had subscribed to OnlyFans just because I do the OnlyFans, I get my peak, I see that they're not all that, and then I back off and I'm done. And it's been months, I haven't, but honest to God, that worked really well for me. Anyway,
did you ever tell them that you only got that shit when it was on sale?
No, you just wait. We'll go
never tell them. This man Smooth said I waited for it to go on clearance before I got
it. If you want them to be your friends, you don't tell them that.
You went into the bargain bin and said, "Let me get this."
But anyway,
bargain nudes,
perishables.
Anyway, it more or less depends on how they want to run it, because I was in like 1 or 2 where basically none of their posts were paywalled, and then I was also a part of 1 or 2 where almost all their posts were paywalled, and you legitimately paid for the opportunity to pay them to get the content you need, and that was some shit. I was like, why am I even here? And like left immediately. But yeah, it's entirely up to the OnlyFans creator. But you just gotta hope when you go in that they're not one of them, because I think where they make a lot of their money is they start doing like some high tier shit that costs like $50 or $100 or $200.
Okay.
And they just have like 10 piggy banks that keep paying out every time they do one of those. That's how a lot of them make, a big chunk of their money. So it just
is there like a rate
either build out or you build up kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Is there an account like Rate My Professor for this shit, so you know what you're getting? Rate My OnlyFans.
It needs a Yelp. Straight up.
There needs an OnlyFans Yelp.
An OnlyFans Yelp.
Yeah, what's OnlyFans?
Yo, there needs to be an OnlyFans. Hold up, can you do that? Can you make an OnlyFans Yelp? Because I feel like that's needed, bro. I feel like you gotta save a life. You gotta save a life
right now.
Because I feel like in certain light, it can be set. It can be seen as kind of like wrong as like monetizing a woman's body, but that's literally what they're offering, and that's what you're putting your money up for.
You're rating the product, like.
It's a
you already do that for Uber. If someone's trash with the service, you're just like, yo, don't send him near my house ever again. He's trash, So if someone's some bullshit.
So hold up. You're telling me OnlyFans is a star system, a rating system. That's what they need.
A star system, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Be a separate website. We could make the website.
That's all I was about to say. That's $1 million idea right there.
Bro, imagine the
dog. That would be the.
Imagine the comments.
Hey,
imagine the comments, bro. Niggas like, yeah, I actually did get to see the titty. Smiley face, 5 stars.
It was dripping, but it wasn't
block all of us.
Bro, I'm not gonna. Okay, yes. So we're gonna go back on that. All right, it's not about the fact it's a dick. All right,
here we go.
Now listen. I don't. No. You're gonna hear this. I don't want to see my homies meet. There's nothing wrong. What do you mean? Toasty?
Why?
You know what, Toasty? You got it, bro. You got it.
Toasty.
Who was that?
right, fuck it. Afro, check your DMs.
That was Moon and Omega. I didn't see a word.
Toasty really didn't say anything, man.
Toasty be about in his business.
Bro, I heard half of a Toasty octave and I was ready to fight.
Literally nothing.
I think Toasty, don't be bashful now. Own up to it.
I literally didn't say a fucking word.
All right.
Yo,
Yeah, Toasty.
Toasty died in this game, bro.
Hypothetically, if I see Toasty's meat on my timeline, and I wish I could. And I'm seeing like bad camera calls. Like, yo, Toasty, I feel like the fill light could have been better there. I'm helping him out. I want to make sure that Toasty can improve his craft. All right, I'm not gonna.
Let me ask you a hypothetical.
All right.
Right. So let's say I change my ways, okay? And I decide to actually make an OnlyFans or like, you know what I'm saying? And I ask you, hey, Moon, can I get your opinion on my schmeat? All right.
Yeah.
And I give you opinion. I give you a picture of my schmeat, and it's like 2.5 inches. What you? Are you honest to me or what?
I'm telling you. Listen.
We're gonna tell you what angles to
if you want to.
Hold on. I want to hear it. Wait. Say it again. Go on.
I'm telling you, get your lens right. I want you to make sure that you're actually like you're putting your meat in the best light. I can't remember having my friend. The thing is, like, you're judged by the company you keep. All right, you're judged by. So if you out here with your dick looking crazy, niggas like, yo, what else Moon's dick are we looking at? So you're a reflection on me. So I need to make sure your dick looking nice. So people come around like everyone else dick looking nice.
We're gonna get you a wide angle lens. We're gonna show you how to work the angles. You know
right?
What I'm saying?
Get the rim light, bruh.
I'm saying go get some surgery, nigga.
Your dick is a reflection on all of us. All right, if your dick bad, all our dick bad.
iPhone with the wide camera view, you're gonna be okay.
Facts.
We're gonna get you out of there.
We gon' help you. We gon' help you.
Get you out of there.
Hey, hold on. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Bro. Maybe this is some real homie shit. Wait a minute. I'm about yo, someone link me Nick's OnlyFans, bro. Wait a minute.
I'll shape you up, but shit.
That's crazy. Also, go ahead and drop in the chat who you think has the most fire OnlyFans. Ask it for a friend.
Facts.
All right, bro. What are we doing? Hey, loading some chat. Go on, loading some chat.
Because I never gave a flying fuck about anybody's OnlyFans, but y'all talking about an awful lot.
Mine will be fire.
Y'all got my curiosity,
bro. That's what I'm saying. You want to know what's over there.
Speaking of which, wasn't there some leaks that went around?
Yes, sir. There was.
Yeah.
But those are illegal.
We're obviously gonna support the creators.
Hey, Nipples.
Yeah, of course.
Nipples,
I got a question for y'all.
Go on.
Before we exit this OnlyFans conversation, I have a question for y'all. All right?
Oh no.
So you dating your chick about a year or something.
I'm ready
she
for
finds
this.
out that she did some money in this shit. She
Okay.
comes to you saying, "I want to make an OnlyFans."
Okay.
What's your answer? How are you?
Nipples.
I feel like this was a game show because everyone's trying to call nipples at once, bro. It's like, Kaggy won. Go, bitch. Fuck.
Is this because? Are you asking this because of the iDubbbz thing?
It brought up in my mind, but don't think of what iDubbbz. Don't think of his situation. I want to know what y'all personally.
All right, can I get a nipples? Can I get a nipples? All right.
Before you go, I had to restart my computer. What's the topic?
If your girl had an OnlyFans, what you doing?
Okay.
Like within like a year. No.
It sounded depressing.
Like in a year in a relationship, right? So now I've asked this question in multiple different ways to my friends, right? So let me phrase it how I would look at it, right? So let's say if I had a girl that was even interested in that in the first place, I would be able to tell a mile away, right? And you know, if she was posting pictures on like Twitter or social media, like you know, kind of doing some really explicit shit, I'm mad that she's not getting the bag off of this. That's how I'm looking at it. Because like if this is you anyways, right? Yeah. You might as well get a fucking bag off of it. So like with me being an entrepreneur and doing my own thing in my own lane, right? Who am I? Okay, I think there's limits though. Like I would be okay with an OnlyFans, but like there's certain things that just can't be shown. Like,
What's your
that's
limit?
how I'm looking.
What if because you're looking at it like if she was already like that, but what if she wasn't like that, but she just wanted like I'm trying to make
I'm gonna be like, yo, here's the deal. I'm the exclusive photographer. We're gonna split these profits. It is what it is.
I wouldn't want to split profits. Okay. I don't want to split the profits, but like the photographer shit, I fuck with that. And like my only thing that I wouldn't want shown, like let's say her shit really popping, she making like 50 to 100K, right? If she decides like, hey, I want to amp it up, I want to show a titty, I'm like, hey, show that titty, but the vagina stays covered. That's my limit. Yeah, that's my fucking limit.
See, Omega nipples. Go ahead, Omega.
Okay. Thank you. So here's my. Okay. my opinion on it is this, right? So obviously it's hard to tell a girl to not chase that bag when it's such a lucrative bag. However, I'm selfish. Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I wouldn't say like I'm jealous necessarily, but I'm very like protective over that shit.
I'm
so
glad
like
you
if she,
said it, Omega. I'm on the same.
I don't even like that jealous word because not wanting your girl to have her titties and ass in front of all these other niggas is not.
It's not being jealous.
Like,
I don't think that's jealousy.
Right. So like the thing is like if she wants to be like a model and do stuff like that, like I'm dead ass. I'll support my girl in anything she wants to do, but I'm just not cool with the lewd shit. I'm not cool with the lewds, the teasing niggas on shit. Like I'm not with that. I can't accept it. Like I understand that like it's a bag being fumbled. I get that. And I wouldn't even blame her if she decides to fucking chase the bag over me because some of these bitches is really making racks off this shit. I can't blame her. But me personally, I can't be okay with it. I just
it's like what Afro said. If she was already built like that, then that's one thing. But if she's trying to do it, then that's another. But go ahead, Thunder.
You know what? I gotta say real quick because like that's
Thunder.
That's crazy.
Wait, no, I just want to know, Lou. I want to add to that.
Off ignoring nipples.
No, I want to add to that. I want to add to that.
He's good. He's good. Go ahead.
Go on.
No,
Nah, nigga, I'm about to blow up on niggas, bro. Go on. I'm gonna take a walk, bro.
No.
I gotta get ass off of my chest, bro.
What you have to say, bitch?
Dog, Thunder did just say nipples, though.
I said
Like, go ahead, add one.
Those are the rules.
He dead ass left the room.
Oh my god.
All right.
Damn.
So can you make
I
another
had
voice
this
sample?
conversation with a girl semi recently, who was like, she hit me with that like, what would you do if I got an OnlyFans? And I basically just explained it like, number one, fully respect girls chasing their bag in any way they want to, legally, right? All that. Do your thing. I think I could easily date a girl who had an OnlyFans, no problem. But I don't think I could like settle down with a girl who had an OnlyFans. Not even actively, but like ever. Because I want to have kids someday, and there's no way my kid is avoiding getting bullied. Other kids can pay $10 and see your cooter. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, I'm thinking of the children. I'm thinking of myself. Like, it's like, personally, if you want to, and same thing Omega said, if you want to go chase your bag over me, understand 100%. I'm not that much of a catch. But, like, if you're trying to settle down here, like, I can't, like, I couldn't do that.
Hey, that is a point. That's a good point. Could you imagine your son going in school and then one of their bullies or something just like shows a picture of his naked
That's why your
mom?
mom got an OnlyFans.
Yeah, bro. That is definitely.
They put a big ass poster of your mom.
My mom was Kim Kardashian. I bet, yeah, show me the Ray J tape again, nigga. I'm about to be out of here on my Tesla.
Hey,
I can't hear you over the side of being perpetually impoverished.
Right. like my kid never worried about anything ever. Like, okay, now if my girl was about to be on some Kimmy K, bitch, who you want to fuck? I got the camera right here. Let's build a legacy, bitch.
Oh my
God. That's the thing. Like, if she was already in that profession beforehand, that's completely different than like,
Nipples,
and then all of a sudden wanted to do it.
Nipples, because like I was saying, right? Like it's definitely different. Because like if you're definitely meeting a girl who has like, let's say, Christian values, she's like one way, right? And then she changes like in the middle of that. It's like this ain't you. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not what you signed up. It's not what you signed up for. Money does talk, but that is a jarring switch to accept compared to somebody that you could see little. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do model roles like that prior, it's definitely easier. But like how I look at it, and this definitely has a play of like who I am, right? And the only reason I can explain it in this certain situation is because like this is the only way that I think it could work for me, right? So if I'm talking to somebody that I already see this shit prior, like I'm accepting that mindset, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. So
we were EXing.
Just
I'm sorry, Flame Fighters. Go ahead.
No. I just want to reiterate literally what everybody else has said. Yeah, I wouldn't. And I remember when I first started dating Hayden. Literally everybody would make the fucking joke. It's like, oh, you're dating the girl from Honey Pop? I fucked her in the game. I was like,
niggas is dying. Niggas is dying.
I'm gonna need that.
I'm being dead ass.
I'm gonna need that IP address.
I'm gonna need that. Go to Hayden. Shots on tagging Fire Emblem.
Hell no. Yo, she voiced Kiana, the Hispanic one, and then someone's like, yeah, I fucked your girlfriend, and shows a picture of a different girl. And I was like, that's not even the right. All right, man.
Nope.
Bro.
That's wild.
Kagi, you're a better person because I'd have been on death row by now.
Hell yeah.
Bro, but it's definitely some like 8-year-old behind this shit. Like,
who cares? Like, she got a bag off that. Let them niggas talk. She's still.
Nah, bro.
I think I'm with Balvin. I'm with Balvin.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm saying they got the bag. Like, no matter who you date, you're gonna get trolls and bullshit regardless.
Yep. See, like that's how I'm looking at it too. Because like I was saying, with who I am with like YouTube and my platform that I made, if I am dating somebody and it gets out there, it's like whichever way they're gonna look at it, people are gonna call them AfroSenju's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if my girl out here giving like really lewd shit out for free. It's like that's why I'm gonna be kind of pressed because it's just like, hey, yo, look, niggas are gonna come at me in a certain way. At least get a bag from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
wait. So Afro, you're saying if she did that already, but you're saying that if she was not like that at all, like she was mad, just like
now,
or low key.
Now, if she
and
wasn't
then
like
she decided
that
to
at
do
all,
OnlyFans,
if she wasn't like that at all, and she said she wants to do that, that means like there was something in there, right? It wouldn't be as a smoother transition because I feel like, do I know you? That's how I'm gonna be looking at it. It's just like, now you like that wasn't what it was before. So it's like I'm a very understanding person, and I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's like a co-op effort. So I mean, like I've seen the bag that comes from OnlyFans, and if that's an occupation they want to go in, like with them being my girlfriend, I could support them to make it work. Like I feel like. Happy wife, happy life, even on the little front with your girlfriend. So it's just like, what I don't see a point in trying to control somebody instead of just trying to accept them. Life is a lot easier when you accept your partner.
I mean, obviously, like I agree with that, but everybody's still got limits. Like you could say, "Oh, this bitch cheated on me. Guess I gotta accept that." Like, no, you got limits.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same. That's not the same. I feel like them wanting to do that is no correlation. Cheating in OnlyFans, there's no correlation to it, in my opinion.
Here's the thing, though. I was gonna say
Well, so here's the thing with Afro, what you just said just now about the whole you don't think there's a correlation between cheating and doing OnlyFans. I agree with that, but I also think that it's very possible that maybe her mentality towards sex and nude may be much lenient or more lenient, like than yours or whoever her male.
No,
because there's a bag involved.
For example, to her, like, I don't know, she's drunk one day, she's having fun, she shows her titties to her friends. Some of those friends may happen to be male, right? And this is just like at a house party or something.
Hold on, wait a minute.
No, listen, because she may not feel as if that's like a problem. Right, because she shows titties to everybody all the time, so it may not be.
I ain't giving no girl showing titties all the time.
I'm talking about OnlyFans.
Okay, hold up. If you're okay with the OnlyFans, are you not inherently just okay with all that other shit? Because like it's already.
That's my question. That's my question.
It's already happened.
That's way different.
Okay,
that's different because you're not getting paid to just show your friends.
You see those people, bro. Like those people could actually like some shit could pop off.
Those people can actually pay $10 and see your titties already. It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about
but
the
it's different in person though, because
I want to show your titties off.
No. Okay, but there's a complete difference though, because a lot of these women, like, it's not like they're just like, damn, like anybody want to see my titties? Let's go. It's like a business thing for a lot of them. So they separate their business shit from their personal lives all the time. Like you hear a lot of like porn stars in particular that deal with this. Like a lot of their partners can't accept the fact that they getting cream pie for their day job or whatever. But a lot of them are just like, at the end of the day, like that's just my job. I'm still a person, and like just because I have sex for money or whatever does not mean that I'm gonna like be cheating on my boyfriend or anything like that.
I don't think okay, but like, what is cheating at that point?
That's again.
But I feel like wait, nipples. Dating like someone who's really like having sex, like that's a moral thing. That's different because like that's at that point you have to literally shift your perspective because she's having sex with other people for a job. That's entirely
cheating
different.
has to be emotional at that point.
Yeah, like you have to like.
How can you metric emotions like that?
What do y'all niggas define as cheating? Is it just sex or is anything like?
So
where's the
anything like physical?
So for me, it's like there's emotional and physical. So it's like if you're giving somebody like all this energy, being like, "Hey yo, like you gonna be mine one day," or something.
Yeah,
like
DMing. I think that's cheating too.
Yeah, that's cheating.
And then it's like still in that,
like kissing, sexual acts type shit. That's cheating. There's two: emotional cheating and physical.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
because I mean, I know where the line is for me. Like, if I see you flirt with another nigga, I'm out. Not because
that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Not because I'm not.
I'm not with that flirting shit.
We have some exclusivity going on here. Clearly, you interested in other niggas. Go be with them other niggas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel you. A lot of y'all are stronger than me, dog. Because I don't know if I was at a convention. And Afro, you made a good point about how, you know what I'm saying, if you have a presence, niggas gonna say shit about your girl anyway. But I do not know how I would react if I'm at a convention or some shit and I'm dating a girl who has OnlyFans and they're like, yeah, bro, I jacked off to your girl last night. This shit was fire. I don't know.
I'm like, that's okay, but don't fucking. That's just being a dick.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful.
Balvin saying nipples. Balvin saying nipples.
Nipples really doesn't work.
But I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it work.
Go ahead, Balvin. Go ahead.
We can make it work.
I feel like if you're gonna date somebody in that industry or work, you have to expect everything that comes from that.
That goes back to what we said at the beginning, though. Like, if they're already in it, that's different than like if they start.
But if they start after and you don't like it, then you just have to leave. I mean, like, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't control the whole person's life, what they would do with their body. You know what I'm saying? But I feel
like you signed up for it at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're dating for 6 months and then on the 7th month, I want to do OnlyFans. If you say no, then you leave. If you say yes and you can't live with that, you leave.
I mean, that's your fault. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Because I feel like you can't get mad at that happening if you are already aware of the situation. Now, if you want to smack a nigga in his mouth for it, that's up to you. But like, you know, but you can't be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, because like where Afro said like he might be cool with it. I guess not on a Switch, but like if you were cool with it, if she just decided to do that and you rolled with it, it's like if she does it and it works and you get the bag, you know, when people make fun of you, she acting like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're broke.
So it's fine. But what if she starts it up and it doesn't work? Like your three friends, you know, Todd, Bob, and Gary.
I'd be like, hey, maybe that's how you get a job.
That goes back to Afro's hypothetical when he's talking about like, what if my dick is out there? That's a reflection on our family. Like, if your OnlyFans is trash, then that's ammunition for everybody to shit on you.
You can't delete it either.
Hold on, real quick. Dino and like Nano have said nothing. Are you guys actually there?
I am, but my throat fucking hurts.
He's here in spirit.
Hey, stay over there, bro.
A pretty bomb ass sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. So and just
you have to look at it.
I don't have to actually deal with that shit.
Did Afro just get up and leave again?
What's on that sandwich, man?
He walked away. Afro walked away.
Bro, that does bring up a good ass point, bro. What if your girl does it and them shits is trash? You don't make no money off of it.
That was hard. So here's the thing,
if
right?
she's gonna do it right.
Do you, as a supportive boyfriend and the one who not I won't say aloud, but supported her making the decision to go into that industry anyway? Do you start promoting her shit?
Across the street, bro.
That's crossing the line, bro.
Guys, my girl's doing a sale. You can see her titties for $375.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
Okay. Here's the thing. So you're not gonna promote it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing, right? If you're not gonna promote it, do you just completely ignore that part of her life? Why are you even dating her?
100%.
But I mean, hang on though. Are you seriously gonna start your YouTube video and be like, "Yo"?
Sponsored by my girl's OnlyFans.
I'm not saying you have to be. I mean, if I'm with somebody that I love and care about, and they're doing something, I want to support them. Doesn't matter.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
I'll do it on Twitch, but if you can't handle that, then just leave. I don't think
you got to think about your own money because, like, again, it's a girlfriend scenario, not a wife. So I mean, she could just up and leave at any time. But let's hopefully that won't happen.
See,
but if you start putting like OnlyFans stuff on your brand. Now less sponsors are going to come to you. Now you're getting less money.
Of course.
And so now both of y'all are fucking up.
Exactly. So you have to have a conversation with your partner about that. They have to understand because I feel like if I'm dating somebody, they have OnlyFans, and I never talk about it without talking to them about it, they're going to be like, "What are you doing?" But if you guys come to a conclusion like, "Hey, my brand is more, for gaming companies, et cetera, you have to come to a conclusion like, "Hey, I can't."
Yeah, Nano.
So like with experiencing that, well, not experiencing, but like with seeing that shit firsthand type beat, it's like all you got to do really when it comes to that is just kind of not combined what you're doing and with what she's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like for reference, like Lena the Plug and fucking what's his name?
Adam.
That nigga's supportive as hell. Like, he's in there. He
is so supportive. But that's on his brand though. That's
Once you do shit like that, once you start like retweeting all the time, and like she's like OD like repping that, that's when it becomes an issue. I feel like there's a happy medium.
But I also feel like it's a different situation too, because just because you're not like actively promoting her like OnlyFans on your bullshit doesn't necessarily mean that like you don't support her, because like we see this all the time with like a bunch of content creators, like some dude's girlfriend or some dude's boyfriend might be, I don't know, they might be selling soaps or some shit or selling clothes or whatever, but you don't always see them opening up their video with like, oh, hey, my boyfriend is doing this or my girlfriend's doing this. Like that doesn't necessarily support them.
I feel like that then becomes a topic of discussion between you and the girl or
the guy.
It's like, hey, so every time you put out a video, I retweet it, but I also see you retweet my OnlyFans links.
I think it all comes back down to a conversation, because I feel like
for sure.
if I'm dating somebody and they're doing anything that I'm supporting and for their like lucrative journey, I'm gonna do my best to help them.
Somebody in my chat.
A lot of this also has to do with where you're at and like financially. Like if you're financially comfortable, if you're like struggling, then it's like if we're comfortable and shit, and then all of a sudden you just trying to do this, I'm like, all right, you ain't trying to chase the bag, you just trying to show us some cooch. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe she wants her own bag to chase.
If we're struggling and like we trying to pay bills and shit, and like let's say I'm unemployed, then it's like, go get that bag.
Somebody in my chat I want to quickly interject real quick. Nick tweeted out his OnlyFans, so if y'all real, you're gonna retweet that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
Hold on, is this the one with the dick? I've never said anything about it.
I'm gonna put it in my stream chat too. If y'all real.
Is this the one with the dick?
I don't think you want to do that.
Can I do that?
You can't do that. No, you can't.
You cannot put an OnlyFans link in.
No,
it's not an
He's putting the tweet.
A Twitter link?
Nah, don't.
Don't risk it. Don't risk
I don't
it.
know how he's gonna get rid of
You
it.
playing with fire.
How do I get rid of it?
It's a Twitter.
It's too late. I don't know how he's gonna.
It's a Twitter link.
Anyways, well, I just thought niggas were real. Moving on, I suppose. But
I retweeted it. Anyway,
Alright, cool. Go on. Back to your
Kage hates black business.
Can I ask a question?
I don't hate black
What's your question, bro?
Yeah.
If I ain't gonna retweet my own girl's OnlyFans, why the hell?
Facts. Keef gets it.
Okay,
I think I learned about Balvin is the best boyfriend here.
I know not everybody is built like this, but like let's say you have a relationship with a girl that's purely on a physical level, right? Does that change things, or can y'all not even get down like that in the first place?
If it was like purely
because like I feel like especially with
that I care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially I feel like especially with Balvin, it's more so looking at it from a more romantic perspective, where it's a girl you're genuinely interested in, some shit like that.
I can't do casual shit anyways, so like
that's what I'm saying. I know not everybody gets down like that.
Like, I definitely wouldn't be like retweeting her OnlyFans if fucking around, but like it wouldn't bother me either that she did.
I really wouldn't,
because you know what, you went for it the same reason that all these niggas trying to watch for it.
Exactly,
right?
Except I'm getting it for free.
Because like then if a nigga comes up to me like, "Hey, bro, I did it to your girl," I was like, "Yeah, that shit, that was
exactly." I'd be like, "I did too, except she was actually there."
That's true. Maybe I would retweet it. Actually, never mind. My bad.
I mean, you can verify. You can vouch for her better than anybody else. It's like, bro.
One thing I do want to bring up, which is going.
It would take me a long time to get used to it, but maybe.
One thing I do want to talk about, which is going completely left, is I meant to talk about in the last episode. It was with the guy that was Wild Wild West and live on stream, who used to be in FaZe with the gun.
Oh yeah.
What is your take on that, bro? That was
what
some
an
nuts
idiot.
shit.
That dude's a moron.
That was some hella moronic shit.
How do you cock a bullet in the chamber and then you're surprised the gun goes off?
But like,
not to defend the guy, but I'm pretty sure he was drunk off his ass.
He was drunk. No, he was drunk.
That makes it worse.
That makes it worse.
Like he just cocked the chamber.
Because imagine a scenario where he was like, "Oh, it's empty, so let me just jokingly point it at my head," and he glocks it.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Hey, who let him in FaZe in the first place?
He took the cover off. He took out one of the bullets.
He knew what he was doing,
and he shot the gun.
He never ejected the mag.
I feel like
he never get the Nerf gun.
Even if you're
all he
drunk,
did was
right?
make sure a bullet was in there. He never took the mag out.
He took every step to make sure it would go off.
He ignored everything they teach you about gun safety. He didn't follow a single step, and then like. Oh my god, I went off. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let me let you guys.
Even for showing a gun on Twitch, you can just get banned for that alone,
Yeah.
right? Like for somebody who used to be in phase, like it just doesn't boggles my mind how even while drunk, like that alone was something you know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't add up to me. Like I've been drunk like once, and even whilst drunk, I didn't think to just do some nut shit I know I wasn't supposed to do.
Pulling my Glock.
Man, I fucking hate when niggas try to excuse their shitty behavior by saying I was drunk. That being drunk don't make me
it's
a shitty
fucking
person.
stupid. It does not in any way, shape, or form excuse it.
Yeah.
No, he didn't shoot
if you know you act that way whenever you're drunk, don't get drunk on stream because then you're gonna do something stupid.
Why do you have a gun in the same vicinity that you're getting drunk in?
To clarify for people that don't know what happened, essentially he was drunk and he started showing his gun and just he emptied out the clip, so he thought, and he ended up shooting like his wall next to him. What's interesting
He shot it through a monitor.
Oh, through a monitor.
Yeah, he shot through a tub of G Fuel and a monitor.
Jesus. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the context.
I'm looking surprised.
We're only laughing because no one got hurt.
Yeah.
We're only laughing because no one got hurt.
Got hurt. Like,
if somebody got hurt, he wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Also, just making sure everybody in here just know that don't post a picture of the dude, please.
I think the dude thought that the lead in the G Fuel would cancel out the bullet.
So I'm just gonna say there's no lead in that way that's really harmful in G Fuel for future purposes. Anyways, continue.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anyways,
Afro trying to get that bag.
So
go on.
Well, now
I'm just saying, Code Afro do sound nice, don't it?
Does
Does Code Afro sound nice?
Oh, wait. No. I remember what I was going to say. So I had this conversation with a couple people in squad the other day. I think Danny was in there and he's not here now. But they were basically kind of like, they were wondering why the guy got banned. Like, why is a gun going off in your hand ban-worthy?
Okay.
And ignore the fact that he was drunk and ignore the fact that he ignored every step of gun safety. The idea that if he had turned that gun even a couple inches in any direction, he could have died live on twitch.tv/his link. Like that itself is completely bannable. The fact that Twitch almost kind of had a death live on stream would have been awful for them, like in every way.
Also, like it doesn't matter like why you're debating whether or not it's bannable. It's literally in the TOS to not like show firearms, so it doesn't matter.
Even further on that, in the state that he was in, it was illegal to do that. Open firing period. So.
Yeah, it was that's illegal.
All types of fucking up.
Everything is wrong.
Also, not a single thing right in that whole setup.
Everything is wrong about this instance.
The neighbors too. I don't know. He probably went through.
I haven't seen that clip. I just heard about it. May I just ask, just for some perspective, what was his ethnicity? I'm just
I'm just curious. What do you think?
You know what it is.
already knew.
Okay.
You already know.
That answers my question. Thank you.
There it is.
I can't believe you even asked
The fact that you asked that, you should have knew the answer.
No, I'm just making sure.
I feel like you did see the clip and you just wanted us to
No,
say
I swear to
I
God.
really do feel like you also saw the
Hey,
clip.
listen here, pal. Huh?
What's in here, you whippersnapper?
All right, Bucko. We're gonna have to have a discussion here.
Oh my god.
That's a malarkey.
Malarkey!
I hate you.
Malarkey!
I hate it here.
The race war begins.
Whoa.
Cannot say these things on stream. That is.
It wasn't me this time to look at them.
I feel like we need like a little. We need like a little bit of structure, bro. Because I'm trying to have my Twitch after this shit's all said and done.
Structure. Who else here is dying alone? Just me or?
Me too, bro.
I know it's a goddamn lie too, by the way.
TOS thoroughly.
All right. Hold up. We got to talk about the. I'm thinking this is on YouTube for some reason. The coronavirus. I don't know. I'm censoring myself as if I'm not gonna get demonetized on Twitch. The coronavirus, bro. The
Corona.
Did we not talk about this earlier?
No, we didn't. We talked about it off, but
Moon tried to. But we're deep in another conversation, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, this is like the VR experience of like what the beginning of a zombie apocalypse would be like. That's how it feels. It is very interesting to me.
This is the beginning of The Last of Us.
Bro, I went to my Walmart seeing what all the hype was about with these lines and the paper towels and shit being gone. And that shit's real, bro. That shit's real as fuck for me where I'm at.
I work at a grocery store.
What's the deal with Corona? What's up with that?
Every grocery store right now is literally doing like Christmas level sales, which is ridiculous for the middle of March.
It's crazy because my mom just said that too because she works at a grocery store as well. She said that yesterday alone they made more than they did in the entire week of Christmas, bro.
I noticed
one day.
I know it's gonna sound like a first world problem, but I try to order Amazon Fresh, which is basically like the delivery grocery shit. They're not available right now. You can't even do that shit.
Can I speak as someone who lives in a rural area that I didn't think I would be affected because like maybe Kansas City, maybe the bigger cities? No, even like around all my local shops, like everything's gone. It's really nuts.
I'm in North Carolina.
If you live in a big city, there's a lot of Asian supermarkets that people are like, oh, Asian coronavirus, don't go there. And they actually have a lot of shit in stock. So if you go to the Asian supermarket,
that's how we beat racism.
Nah, bro, I didn't even think of going. That's how we beat Galaxy Brain.
That's how we beat racism. We support them.
Oh yeah, no, white people like, and here's the thing, I kind of want to have this conversation, maybe a different beam struggle, but like, I don't think it's people, like obviously some of them are, but I don't think it's a lot of people inherently being like purposely racist. I think they're just extremely ignorant. And they
Nipples? No, it's definitely the media, but it is ignorance. It is ignorance.
Nipples doesn't work.
Okay, all right, Kagi has the floor. Nipples.
My friend flew in from Texas, and he's part Filipino. Right. Everyone avoided him like a fucking plague.
I was like waiting for it.
He booked a full flight, and fuckers like just started to disperse away from him.
Damn.
Wow, bro. So
that's crazy because I've been on a flight recently as well, and there was like Asian people there too, but nobody like was acting wild or anything.
So I don't think it started. Like it's been a big deal for a while, but like it really ramped up in the last couple of days with fucking NBA being canceled, all these sports being canceled. And like now it's drawing way more attention. Like, oh shit.
Now when I was going to Texas recently, like a few weeks ago, it was like in the beginning stages of like the Corona DLC. I didn't sleep the day prior, right? And like sometimes when you don't sleep, you have like what feels like you're about to get sick, like your nose is stuffy and shit like that. And you're like
get congestion and stuff.
Yeah, you're a wreck, right? So I was going out tragic, bro. Like I thought maybe I fucking caught it premature. Like this is my first time being in an airport like that. I'm like, yeah, Corona met me at the door, bro. That's what I was thinking because everything going on. But like my nose was dripping and I was sneezing and shit, bro.
Damn.
There was people that weren't sitting kind of next to me, but like everybody left where like they got away from me and shit like that. And when I was on the plane. Because I make sure to fall asleep in the plane so that shit can go away so I can make myself believe I'm not dying. But the person next to me, every time I would sneeze, they took a big sigh. They were like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. In my head.
Dog, I was over at my mom's house earlier today, and I was talking to my mom and my brother, and the two of them were having a conversation. I was looking at my phone or something, and I sneezed, and they stopped mid-combo to stare at me. Like dust in my nose. I'm not sick. I sneezed.
I know you were fucking lying,
bro. Stare at me for a minute,
bro. Have y'all seen that video of Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Hold on, Nipples, real quick. Nipples.
Nipples. They were.
What's it called?
Has the nipples.
I want to talk about shout out Rudy Gobert, who 2 days before they found out had coronavirus was being like unsanitary. Like he touched everyone's microphone. And like he was like touching people in the locker room. Like he was just like touching everybody's stuff. And now like him and he got like a teammate like infected with it.
Wow. But the thing is, all right,
I told you
real shit, I just want all the viewers who are watching this, like, the actual science behind this, you don't need to be that scared. Because I know, like, niggas are actually, some people are going, like that meme with the fucking smiley face mask, but he's crying on the back. Like, there's a lot of you niggas right now. But it's actually not, like, statistically, most people who have gotten it have recovered already. and there's been like I think 3% people have actually died from it, and those people, those 3%, although that is on a scale of millions of people, 3% is a lot. It's like 3,000 people or something, but like all those people were older, respiratory issues and stuff like that, and for most people who get coronavirus, it's just symptoms of like mild symptoms, like you just stay at home. It's very similar to like the flu. And you'll get over it.
Here was the thing. I was having this conversation with my chat earlier because they were talking about if the media blew it out of proportion or not. And like, yeah, in a way they did, but in another way, like this virus is spreading insanely fast. The Ohio Health Organizer came out yesterday and said that they don't have enough tests to cover it, but they're guessing that 1% of Ohio has the coronavirus, which is like over 100,000 people. Like it's spreading so fast, and its kill rate is 3%. So if you're one of the people like, yeah, you're still probably fine, like go about your daily activities. Even though you might not die, you might infect somebody else.
Right.
That will, yeah.
If the whole world got infected, 3% of the world dies. Like that's a fuckload of people.
I think the scary thing about it though is like the reaction that like the government and all the establishments have had. Like we went through like Ebola, the fucking the bird flu, all this shit. All this shit, right? And like it never got to this level. You know what I mean? Like
it didn't really get here. Most of them were able to be contained.
Consolidated. The reason why it's so easy to spread is because the kind of virus it is.
And can we talk about the fact apparently the Trump administration like denied fucking test kits or something like that?
Well, like, and they were trying to keep it hush in January.
Fired the pandemic team and shit. So like,
the pandemic team.
The reason why it's so bad and seems so awful over here is because how long we as a nation particularly waited because our president made a decision to not accept test kits at first.
Let's not get too deep in the political side.
Okay, no, you know what? I'm not saying. I'm just saying
in the future.
I'm not going to attack the sides of the state, particularly. That's why it happened. It's a fact.
You're right.
But we're just behind in comparison to everywhere else. So now, the reason why the virus is everywhere is because like it's easy to spread. It's easier to spread than anything else we ever had before. That's why the NBA is down.
Yeah,
all
it's
this
airborne.
Stuff. Yeah, it's airborne and it's by touch.
The virus without any
there
symptoms.
was
and you like Ryan said, you can have it with no symptoms. You wouldn't even know, et cetera, et cetera. So
there was a chart on Reddit. It was on like I think the r/data is beautiful or something, but it was showing the rate. Like we got it a couple weeks later, but it was showing the rate that Italy was growing with the coronavirus a couple weeks ago. By the way, Italy is currently entirely quarantined as a country. It was showing the rate that the U.S. is growing with the coronavirus right now, and we are growing at the same rate day to day. Like we're growing at the exact same rate Italy was. The only difference is that with the way our government's been reacting so far, we might not quarantine in time like the same way that they did, so we might be worse off. It's just it's very up in the air right now.
And the thing is, like Italy has the second highest oldest population in the world, so a majority of their deaths have been 80 to 90 plus, right? Yeah. But that being said, like a minute ago, you may not be at risk of necessarily dying from this, right? But people that are immune compromised or have any chronic diseases, AIDS, lung cancer, anything like that, they are the ones you have to be concerned about. So your parents or your relatives or cousins, any regular person, that is where you need to actually don't go to Walmart and buy 60 packs of toilet paper because somebody else might need some of the supplies that you're taking from them. So
and even if you don't know anybody, like you can come in contact with someone who comes in contact with someone who will then die from it. Like that's just how insane it is. Like,
hold on, I want to like bounce off what Balvin just said with the toilet paper stuff. So I'm a cashier at Walmart, and there was a guy that came in, like he bought up all the dish soap, like 2 carts worth of like, water and toilet paper and like bath towels and stuff like that. And we asked him, he was just like, why do you need all this? And he was like, oh yeah, I have a little, store of myself. So I'm just going to like take it, like buy it here and then sell it at a higher profit because, people are going crazy about this.
Oh, by the way, that's
illegal. I would not say.
I forget who it is you can report that to, but that is quite literally illegal.
I told my manager, I'm going to let them handle that.
We used to stop people at the shop. I worked at a sports store before. We would stop people from doing that because there were a lot of people who tried that.
Like it's
they're taking advantage of like a sickness, man. That's fucked.
Yeah. Did you guys see though that apparently like Canada's already like
found a cure or something?
They took hockey away from.
They isolated
6 hours.
We gotta solve this now.
But the funny thing is, the thing that people are joking about it is,
let me switch.
It was right after hockey was like postponed, like the hockey season. So people are making a joke. Of course, the Canadians finally took action. After
they got on that shit hella quick.
It's like avoid like saying things that might be wrong.
Has baseball been canceled yet?
I feel like
everything's
everything's dead.
The only thing that hasn't technically been canceled yet is wrestling. They just have them like at their performance center with like no crowd.
Even Disney's closing.
Evo's on the cusp of like getting closed. I feel like at least
it is. Be so
I feel
bad.
like
I've seen like every other major for like the next couple months has been canceled. Evo's just a matter of time.
Like you have
well,
to.
Evo's in July, so maybe it might be.
No, Evo's in August.
They're waiting it out to see.
Oh, hopefully
Wait, Evo this year's in August
by then.
Evo's first week of August.
It's usually around that
Like,
time.
it's always like the very end of July, beginning
If
of
it's
August.
in August, it should be fine then.
Yeah,
Like, hopefully.
we might be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like real
Same with
talk,
TwitchCon.
I wouldn't like. Don't underestimate this, but
Don't
also
underestimate it, but don't like drive yourself crazy over
Look,
it.
look into it, look at what it is. Look at how it operates. Just go to Google. It's free
Practice good
information out
hygiene.
there. Yeah,
My
wash
mom-
your hands. Just,
My
you know,
mom
all
keeps
that.
telling me. My mom keeps telling me to fly to Miami, so and I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Miami sounds like a hot petri dish. I wouldn't want to go there.
So I'm not gonna lie. I went to the gym yesterday. The gym, by the way, was completely fucking dead. Like not a soul in that bitch.
I
And,
know.
and at the time I go, it's always packed. So I'm going in there, nobody, not a soul. Today I wake up, I had a little bit of a headache. I had some sniffles. I was like, nah, bro. I'm not going today. I'm not risking shit.
Yo.
Dude, and I've also had a cough since like fucking November. That's neither here nor there. But regardless, like so now when I'm in public and I have the cough coming up, I'm like, no, these niggas ain't about to jump my ass, bro.
No.
They won't jump you. They'll just run away from you.
You get in jump and somebody say cough on them.
I was in the ER 3 weeks ago.
Oh hell no!
For symptoms very similar to this.
Your nanny?
I was tested. I'm good. I was tested. I'm good.
You have been coughing a whole lot.
Chill out,
Okay,
Toasty.
but hold up. Before you continue, how long does it take to get tested? Like to get the results?
Like 3 days.
The results?
Yeah.
Yeah, the results, it takes like 3 days, I think. I think it's like 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Ohio, though, they can do it in like 8 hours.
So like,
Can I talk about how that test costs like $1,500 or something like that?
Shit, I'll just die. Fuck it.
Jeez.
You have to pay that much just to see if you got it.
wait. So my other question is, how do you go about like actually taking the test? Do you call or do you like what do you do?
You have to go in, I'm sure.
You have to go in, or they make you.
Doctors' offices are going to be packed.
That's what I'm saying.
Because a friend of mine has the things for that, and they made her like, he was like, instead of coming in, you're gonna do this online survey thing, and then we'll see if we got a physician for you.
Yeah, because my doctor emailed me and they were like, yo, this coronavirus shit kind of getting crazy. If you think you got it, like book now because we're like literally packed to the brim with this shit.
What's crazy is like everyone who thinks they have it's going to be in there. So people who have it are actually going to be there. So you're going to go in there, get tested, and the virus probably won't get to you until after you got tested.
Jesus.
That's in the waiting room, dog.
That's Omega in public.
That is me in public, by the way.
Oh my god.
That is me. Yo,
I was gonna put it like, don't panic and like look up the symptoms because you're just gonna like make yourself feel even worse.
Nah, bro. I was at the airport and this fucking this dad and his fucking bitch ass mother had their little children sitting next to them. And the child was like on the fucking iPad, just going like like not covering their mouth at all.
Yeah, I fucking cover your mouth.
Pandemic. What are you doing?
Okay, wait. My brother was telling me something earlier today. Has anybody under 9, they either haven't caught it or haven't died from it yet? Like little kids literally like aren't susceptible.
It's like something little kids don't have like a certain protein that it attaches to.
Little battle stations.
I still don't want that kid fucking coughing on me though.
I don't think they can get it or they can't die from it. I don't know which one it was.
I think it was they can't get it. Like there's a protein that they haven't had develop in their body yet. That's the thing that it attaches to in you.
What the?
That's what he said.
Well, hey,
All right.
hold on. If we're gonna keep talking about this, we can't do I thinks and I thought and I heard because that's gonna get people fucked up in chat. So
Right.
We were talking about it, we should be specific.
What about the UK willing to pay you like $4,500 to get injected with the virus and be a test?
Yeah, that is. There was that.
So
Yo, do y'all know a flight to Japan right now is
Hold up.
nipples. All right,
How much?
You said what?
$500.
Yes, sir.
Aggie don't know the rule of nipples. That's crazy. Go on, Toasty.
Toasty got nipples?
I'm going to say some things.
Toasty
Anyways.
do have nipples.
Hey, say it on your own stream.
No. So there's another podcast out there called the Joe Rogan Podcast, and they apparently had like a physician on there, like one of the most skilled physicians in the world. And he said that you can have the virus for like 3 days but
before
not
you have symptoms.
Before you exhibit any symptoms and can pass it on to other people
God
before that.
damn.
And that is fucking scary.
That is scary.
I saw
You're
that.
still
I
contagious, but
watched
you don't
Joe
even know
Rogan a
you're
lot.
sick.
What if there is a branch of the codename Kids Next Door in China, and this was
Shut
about
up.
to get rid of it? What?
He was saying that like the
The only reason why I say shut up is because if we want to talk about this, we got to do nipples because this is a real thing.
I mean, it was just to lighten up the mood a little bit because that shit is scary, nigga. Like,
Well,
fuck.
that's the thing. Like, that's
No,
why
I was
that's
also
why I
making
started
a
off
joke.
by saying that. Like, if you get it, when I say like don't worry, I don't mean like, oh yeah, you can just go walk around people, blah blah blah. What I mean is like, don't worry for your life. Like, you're gonna be okay, most likely.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to leave the house.
Yeah, but just don't go outside and get other niggas sick. Like, weather the storm, get through it. Your body will build more immunity to a new fucking virus. Look at it like that. Your body's going to be even stronger. Then in the future, you can look back and be like, nigga, I went through coronavirus. Country was on quarantine and shit for this. My body survived this shit. You know what I mean?
I'll say this: go to Google like right now and Google how many people every year die of the flu in the United States. Like in the recent years, it will blow your mind.
Good chunk.
Yeah, it is a very.
It's a lot.
And that's something we have the vaccine for. We have
Yes.
we have that.
But the thing is, too, like, since anti-vax has become so fucking popular now, like, that's why niggas is dying from the flu again. Because niggas ain't getting vaxxed.
Well, to be very clear, when we do like the flu vaccines, there are a lot of strands of the flu, and then for the vaccines, they narrow it down to like the top 7 or some shit. The coronavirus is a single strand, that's why it's a big deal. But anyway,
Gotcha.
Okay.
And even so,
'Cause,
like
the flu is very general.
yeah, like even for like passing, like Ham was telling me earlier, like it could pass to like your pets can't catch it, but like your pets can like pass it to another human being, and then they'll catch it through your pet, even though like your pet will be immune to it or some shit like that.
No. It was human to human, animal to animal, but the animal can catch it just like in general.
They can carry it.
But they can carry it, but it's not like just to be safe. You quarantine.
I heard a story of a guy because one of the symptoms of the corona or something to that degree is like it can go away to where you think you're good and it can come back like rough. And this one guy, it came back like aggressively rough for him, and his cat got it, and his cat passed. And assuming his cat got it from him,
Oh shit! I did not know about that.
Yeah.
You said it can come back?
No. Like it feels like it's gone because like you get tested positive for it, right? And then you feel like because the symptoms go away, you feel like you rode the wave and it's good, but then it just comes back.
It's lingering.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when you
not
get a
gone.
prescription from your doctor. Like, even though you might be feeling better, you're supposed to finish the prescription you get from your doctor because you never know like what's lying dormant in your body.
I'll be honest with you guys. Growing up, I was really poor, so I never really had like my family didn't really have medical insurance, so I never got the flu.
Dap that nigga up at the con.
Wait,
you're good now, right?
Wait.
Your
Your
had the
schools.
flu shot, but I also never had the flu.
Hold up, but wait, your schools never did like flu shots or anything?
Nah, we didn't have hepatitis shots. If you had like the money.
Oh yeah.
I'm 30 years old. I don't know how old y'all are. So
hey, bro, hold up.
There are a lot of people out there who are anti-vax not by choice. Like,
yeah.
Bro, we were in the same hotel room for a bit. What's good, bro?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yo, I think I got the nervous laugh.
Yo,
I'm not kidding.
Did y'all know that Atlanta is apparently under lockdown?
Here's the thing.
What did you say?
Like Atlanta? Like, I'm assuming Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh no, you mean
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
I thought he said Atlantis. I was like,
I saw Dance Gaming lives in North Carolina, and he tweeted out earlier today, I think, that North Carolina is probably about to get put under a statewide quarantine. Like, that's coming.
No, that's cap. I live in
So I'm a little bit ignorant on this because I haven't really looked into it yet. What does that mean exactly?
That means like you can't leave the house.
You can't leave the state. Leave
The house, the state.
You can't leave the state. Yeah.
If you're a North Carolinian, you can't leave North Carolina. Like,
Nah, okay. If niggas start. Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about if we get to the point where like I can't be leaving my crib. Well, I don't leave my house anyway, but if there's gonna be a guard outside of my house, my nigga, like, hold on, bitch.
What if I thought this was America?
We're all gonna fucking turn into Randy Marsh.
How do they supervise like a quarantine? Like if you're driving to a different state, how do they control that?
They just lock it down.
They probably have like setups. Yeah,
They probably have some type of
walls around every state.
The thing is, though, I live in North Carolina, and I haven't heard too much about like us getting it. So I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But like,
I can't say this is a fact. I'm just saying Dan Gaming tweeted it out.
Y'all know the worst thing about this entire like situation right now is I think I have strep throat, and I'm like dying over here, but I don't want to go to the doctor.
Just eat a popsicle.
You were being
You're part of the problem.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, who goes to the doctor for strep throat?
I don't know. I've never had it before.
But you can't be too careful though.
This man Ryan was tweeting earlier today. He's like, I have a sore throat, but I don't want to go to the ER.
I saw that shit. I was like, bro, if you don't eat a popsicle,
ER, coward.
If you put some Vicks for vapor rub on you,
well, the thing is, I don't know.
Nana was just sick. Yes.
Y'all ever beat off with Vicks?
Hey, yo.
I've had colds, but it's
No, but I know what I'm doing tonight.
I've had this shit for like 4 days now. I'm like, bro, I just wanna be able to record.
yeah, dog. Yeah, I've had strep before. It sucks.
But if you got strep, you go ahead and get you a popsicle, my nigga. You will be all right.
I wish Lotus was a doctor.
No, if you've never had it, it does suck.
I've had bacteria. It's a bacteria. You need to get
a couple times as a kid.
You need to get an antibacterial in you to get rid of it, because if you don't, then it can actually turn into worse stuff.
See, that's what I want.
Actually,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Actually, no, I don't want to spook nobody, so I'm gonna let this be.
Now we on the edge now. Now you gotta say.
I'm ready to Afro, is it something that I know about that you were about to say?
No, bro. It's
okay.
Maybe did we talk today about anything Corona related?
No, but we have had. I don't want to say nothing because I don't. Never mind. It's whatever.
Okay.
I know.
I know Balvin knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, but
nigga.
All I know. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna say it, but like nobody freak out. All right. I'm still trying to find out.
Freak out, nigga.
What you're about to say.
Bro, before Afro says this, me and Balvin had conversations about this multiple times where we were genuinely concerned.
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Then I speak your truth then.
So when I was at PAX.
Oh God.
There was. Okay, well, let me just phrase it like this: there's a nigga who was in our Airbnb who is getting tested for coronavirus. Because he's saying when he came back, he wasn't feeling good.
Oh, I fucked up.
And he was in my air. I sat on the couch he sat on. I dapped him up. We shared nachos, bro. Like, it's over. If so, I don't know what's happening, because that's why I was asking earlier how long it takes to get the stuff back, because I'm trying to figure out for myself.
Wait, so when was this?
March 1st to like
a week. It's like 12 days, right?
No, I thought it was 2 to 3 before you have symptoms.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it took up to 14 days before you got symptoms.
Well, no. So that dude was saying he had symptoms. He got checked because he wasn't feeling good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of waiting until that shit gets back. But these past 3 days. Now, let me ask a question before I say this, because it could be one of those placebo shits, right? To where like you learn something, right? So in order, like, is it only some symptoms that show? Can it be all of them? Like what? Like, does all of them have to show for it to be a thing?
Well, let's look it up.
It's a flu, right? So I'm assuming you're gonna have a fever. You're gonna be coughing. You would know.
Yeah, I think the main two is fever and shortness of breath.
No, it's a respiratory issue. Yeah.
So wait, I thought that was the thing about the corona, though, is that it was extremely mild if you were, like our age, right? Like, it was very benign unless you were really getting.
I mean, you would still have a flu.
Yeah, you would still be sneezing.
Here's what I'm asking.
You wouldn't die.
So here's what I'm asking. Do you need to have all of the symptoms for it to be a thing that you can start worrying?
No,
probably not. No.
You need like
some people have it way worse than others.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this right. The past 3 days, I've been having actual like coughing issues. Yesterday, last night, it was very hard for me to sleep because I felt like I didn't have enough air, and all day today, I've been felt like my lung capacity is like on 75%. Like even now, like I just feel like I need like a good breath.
Has this been on your mind a lot lately?
Well, it has been on my mind.
It might be one of those things where you're overthinking it and then your body's just panicking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like.
Because you can get
100%.
sick off stress.
Afro, take a deep breath. Like just like inhale very deeply and then exhale. If you start to feel something, that means there's some fibrosis.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought you were just being an ass. I thought you gonna like just breathe. It's not that hard.
Nah.
I mean, I did it, bro. I did it. Now here's the thing. Somebody said it could be anxiety, and I have been having like not for a while because I have been adjusting my life since then.
Yeah.
But like I've had that, and it does feel kind of akin to like the startup of anxiety, like in your neck and like the breathing shit. But it's like it feels on an anxiety standard like a hiccup that's stuck. Like it feels like something that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm waiting for it to turn into an anxiety attack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Getting your results back will help you out in the long run.
I'm not gonna lie. Could you say you could hold your breath for 15 seconds?
That's all I was saying. Like try to hold.
Apparently that's called that's something. Bronchial fibrosis, I think is how you say it.
That's a word. 15 seconds, you said?
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
All right. And then when you exhale, if you're
I didn't WebMD.
There's like mucus or whatever building up. Then
don't pass out.
Yeah.
All right, Afro, you do that. My next question to the boys was going to be, do we know anyone who has corona? Anybody here? But I guess you know the answer. So,
I'm not going to say who. But
okay, hold
I
up.
think I do.
Wait, he's dying.
Oh fuck!
I did have a cough after I did that.
No, I mean, nah, you probably good, man.
It wasn't mucus. It wasn't mucus.
I don't want to.
It wasn't mucus.
You need your results back. That's your thing. Once you get those results
manifest, if you're stressing about it, that scientifically, literally, like worsens your immune system.
Hey, yo, chill.
As hard as it is,
calm down.
As hard as it is.
Fuck, I should have talked about this on stream, bro. Now niggas are spooking me.
No, I don't want to.
Just don't look at your chat.
The next video on Afro's channel. Am I dying from the coronavirus?
Hold up.
I survived the coronavirus.
Real talk. I'm gonna go do
Coronavirus needs a higher
I'm gonna do the breathing shit off camera.
Coronavirus was a bit.
Coronavirus was easy.
Coronavirus wasn't even that tough.
But Thunder, to answer your question, I know like
I deleted coronavirus.
I uninstalled coronavirus.
Oh my God. Is Afro here? Or did he take a walk?
No, he walked away.
He took a walk.
Oh
shit!
shit!
He took a walk.
No.
Honestly, I think
tell him when he gets back.
He'll be alright.
Yeah, he'll be. I think he's just like really stressed out about it, and his body's reacting to it.
He might die, but what we got to do is make sure he'll be okay.
Hey, yo, Dion, what the fuck?
I'm not trying to downplay anything yet. I'm just saying.
All right. So real talk. If I cough after I do that, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing.
No,
wrong
you're
with
probably
that.
just gasping for fucking air.
They said if you felt like the mucus in your throat afterwards, that's something. But you just said you had to cough.
Is it a dry cough or is it like real mucusy?
I feel the mucus in my throat.
I mean, it's also possible that you just have a regular cold. Like it's still flu season. Even though coronavirus is going around, this is still a very
the only reason why like I'm acting the way I am is because of the other guy who's getting the shit saying he got all the symptoms.
Right.
Like I want that to be understood. That's the only thing that's spooking me.
And when was PAX?
PAX was like the weekend.
Yeah, like I ain't a doctor, so you asking me for like answers.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was keeping it to myself. I was actually going to go get tested tomorrow, but one of y'all niggas set a bar. It's just like the people that are going in there getting tested that might actually have it, and you walk out of there with the shit. So now I'm thinking to myself, fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
So now I'm kind of looking for any doctor out here because it's like I'm afraid to go there now.
I need a home visit.
I'm scared to go.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what they
like a
should be
private
doing.
physician or something.
Afro, do you know if he was actually diagnosed or did he just have?
He just went to go.
So I'm waiting for his results, but like they're telling me that nigga has all of it from what I've heard.
Because apparently, if you're within 10 feet of somebody that's diagnosed, you have to get checked.
Yeah, I know.
That's what. Yeah,
I hate it.
I'm scared. So man, just be preventative with it, bro. If you're feeling some shit, then go.
Yeah, get ahead of it.
Just now getting it.
Well, no, that's what he's saying though. Like, what if he doesn't have it, and then he gets in line with a bunch of people who do?
Right. Like if he catches it that way,
and then it won't be in his results.
Well,
that's
the
fine.
difference is if you're not
I hate it here.
symptoms now, it's not like you have to go to the ER with a bunch of sick motherfuckers. Like you can set up an appointment and try to go, when there's if it's an appointment,
I mean,
like
the thing is like
hopefully there's not
have
that many people there at that time.
Tell me Afro couldn't clickbait the fuck out of coronavirus.
Don't clickbait coronavirus.
Clickbait coronavirus. If he has it,
be. They're trying to diagnose.
Okay, now wait, hold up. If he has it, then that might be.
Then
legit.
Then it's not clickbait.
You might be better off. Video right
Afro
there.
clickbait it.
Afro really gonna be on this Logan Paul shit, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's just tendencies. It's just tendencies.
I'm just
if he actually has it, I wouldn't consider it clickbait.
No, yeah, let's just.
We can talk about E3 because it kind of links.
Now, hold on, wait.
Links to the Corona.
Hold on. Before we do that,
About something new?
I got you. Let me. Can I ask MightyKeef a question?
What up?
Y'all mind? All right, MightyKeef, I got a question for you, bro.
MightyKeef. Sorry, go on.
What do you think is the gayest thing a man can do?
Oh my God. Let's go. Yeah. Go on.
Fucking here.
I'm
This
here.
is your podcast, bro.
No.
The gayest thing a man can do is eat another man's ass.
Omega talk
because
now that is incorrect. Okay, go, explain.
Let me explain why. All right. If you, for whatever reason, fuck another man, it's very possible that you got that erection from looking at a girl. All right, and you were just like, "Fuck, I gotta fuck this guy for whatever situation." Right? You can have a condom or whatever.
Nothing wrong with being gay.
All right,
nothing at all.
For sure.
That could happen. But if you eat another man's ass, that means you are specifically trying to pleasure that man, which would make you gay.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. That's a unique answer. I don't normally
I was gonna say Omega.
Never got that one.
Yeah,
Omega. While he might be a little off base, his head's in the right area.
No, absolutely. This is why I think this what I'm about to say next is really gonna resonate with you because I can tell you're a woke individual.
Let's go. Tell him. Talk to him.
Eating ass, I'm not gonna lie, I had never considered that. That is pretty fucking gay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being gay, by the way.
Absolutely
nothing wrong with being gay.
The normal answer I receive is either sucking dick or taking it in the ass. These things, these things ain't really that gay. Because look, the fact of the matter is, somebody walk up.
You said they ain't that gay.
Right.
Hey, bro, sit back. Nipples. But before you go, Keef, sit back. Just sit back. Okay. Talk to him.
Look, listen. All right, so if somebody walk up to me with a suitcase full of I'm talking 500 stacks, and he's like, "Suck my dick." I'm sucking that dick. That don't make me gay. That just means I'm an entrepreneur, right?
100%. 100%. Keep it up.
100%.
What else?
Chase the bag.
What else?
Or let's say, I don't know, this nigga got a gun in his pocket and it's like, I'm gonna blow your head off if you don't fuck me in the ass right now. I'm like, oh shit, my bad.
My bad.
Okay.
What else?
Afro. Or if your homie is trying to promote their OnlyFans on the timeline,
Brought it back.
I retweeted.
Again,
next.
What I'm saying is that there are a multitude of reasons as to why a man might be sucking dick or getting fucked in the ass, right? Like if I walk in on my homie, hey, relax. If I walk in on my homie at the function and he's sucking some dick, what goes through my head? Oh shit. Me and my nigga, we really close. I feel like if he was gay, he would have told me that by now. Maybe he would have tried to suck my dick. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as safe. Who knows? But there's a lot of questions there, right? So in my head, I'm like, he's either he might actually be gay and he's closeted, which is dope. I'm happy my homeboy's experiencing his sexuality, or maybe he's getting bribed, he's being threatened, blackmailed. I don't know. There's a lot of different things happening. However, there are a couple of acts that a man could do that can only mean this nigga gay as hell.
There's nothing wrong with being gay. Say it again.
Nothing wrong with being gay. Let's say I pull up to the function. And I open the door to what I assume is the bathroom. Oh shit, it's the host bedroom. I open it and I see AfroSenju. And Secret.
No, you said talk to him.
Let me talk. I said
talk that shit.
And they're laid up under the covers. Afro's got his.
Sorry, Afro and who? I was just asking Afro and who?
Sacred.
Nigga.
Okay.
So they laid down in the bed under the sheets. Afro's got, no, actually we'll reverse it. Sacred's got his head on Afro's chest. And Afro goes down. Let me speak. goes down and kisses Sacred on the forehead like this. That's gay as fuck. And now, you're probably not watching my stream, but their fingers are interlocked.
All right, but what if
that's
in the same
gay.
breath? In the same breath, because you said that like in those other situations, like they were like it was gunpoint type shit, like
sure.
they offering money. What if the dude was offering money for this for a small act like that?
Now that is a possibility, but who the fuck?
Who's doing that?
Who paid $5,000 for a handshake, nigga? No,
yeah.
A nigga gonna pay $5,000 to get his dick sucked. Now, with that being said, how do you feel like holding hands, kissing on the forehead or on the collarbone? Very sensual things, right?
Facts.
I feel like you only do that kind of stuff to somebody you truly love. And what can possibly be gayer than loving another man? I ask you.
There it is.
There it is.
Finish it up.
By the way, Keef, he's got a whole video on this, bro.
He really do.
There are like three versions of this question. You got like one of the new ones I haven't heard yet. So
just tell him the title of the video, bro.
Okay, the title of the video.
just tell him the title, bro. That shit when I was weak. I had to click it after I saw the title.
The gay hierarchy theorem.
It's college level shit, to be honest.
I want to go home.
I love my friend group, bro. I love
college level shit, to be honest.
I had Omega on my podcast to interview him, and within like a minute, he's like citing that as one of his best works. He's like, I'm the author of the gay theorem.
Gay hierarchy theorem.
Here's the beautiful thing about it. Like when people initially hear that, they're like, oh, this nigga's stupid as hell. But then you listen to the reasoning, and how do you disagree?
I mean, how? Physically, how?
Like there's been times where I've brought Omega. It's only happened once. I brought Omega in this Discord that he has nothing to do with, just to preach the gospel of the theory, bro. It was a battle to these niggas, but he preached. He preached.
Okay, so
holy shit,
Keef.
I would have to say that's pretty fucking gay. Even though everything's okay with that. That's all right.
Not if there's anything wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with being gay.
Of course.
That's pretty fucking gay.
So, as a good way to end off the podcast, I posed the question to you of the theory.
Hold on, I got you.
Go on.
Go ahead.
What do you... Omega, it's only fair that you ask.
It's not loud enough.
Talk to him, Omega. It's only fair.
Oh, turn up.
Wait. Wait, what am I asking?
No, just pose your question to the comment section. This is the
Okay.
end of the question.
All right, everybody. I ask you, what is more gay than interlocking fingers with another man, kissing him on the collarbone and or the forehead and doing sensual acts such as that? If you still believe that taking a little dick makes you gay, explain yourself. Preach!
Stop today's niggas! Fuck
I'd like to see you try it, motherfucker. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Do you agree with the gay hierarchy
this
theorem?
nigga spin!
Yes. Let's go.
And that is it for the Everyday Dream Struggle episode 2. We did a good job trying to... This is really outro music. I felt like I was on Nick and Night or some shit, bro. Fuck it. Put that shit back on. Turn it up! So, one thing that we're going to start doing after the end of the podcast, to those that are watching live, I'm going to send you over to either today it's gonna be Thundershot, another member of the squad entirely, for the aftermath of the podcast. What did you call it, Thunder? What was the name for it?
The post-beam depression.
Post-beam depression. where you get everything that you do get from the beam usually, but in a more chill, like
it's a fire ass outro music.
It is. I fucks with this. But yeah, I love y'all. Before I go, I'm gonna talk to y'all just one-on-one, and yeah, I'm gonna toss it to you, Thunder, in a second. Thank you for the outro music, Moon.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.